Hello, greetings, adventurers, and welcome to another episode of the Role Players. Thank you for bearing with us as we had a little tech issue, but we are back up and streaming, and we're so excited to see you all tonight. Yes, we're back. We are back. We are back. Thank you for joining us as we play the greatest role-playing game ever, some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master, Judd, and these are my role players. Say hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
We're going to do quick announcements tonight. I only have a couple. So just as always, want to thank our wonderful sponsors, Skull Splitter Dice. So, by the way, thank you. I do have to show you. I got these. I don't know if you can be able to see it at all. Oops, that's not in the camera. These are these rainbow dice I got from Skull Splitter. They are like so cool. So use code TRPSS15, save 15% off your order. They have amazing dice. They've got metal dice, they've got mugs, they've got dice trays, so get on it. Also, a big thank you to Thrill Studios. If you need any super cool minis, either painted or just some minis that you missed on a Kickstarter, get over there, use code TRP15 and save yourself 15% there as well. Numenera returns this Wednesday, GM'd by Chad and starring Gabriella, Maddie, and myself. So please come hang out where you get to be the GM and decide what happens in the story. It is super fun. That's 8 p.m. Pacific this Wednesday. Peter's returning for Peter Paints Minis this Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific. Come hang out with Bob Ross as he entertains you delightfully and paints a little bit of minis. And I certainly had fun filling in last week, but Peter's returning, so make sure to show up there. And then last announcement. Our Patreon is up and running. Several of you asked if you could support us on a Patreon, so we've created one. The link is here on Twitch. Just scroll down, click over. We have lots of different tiers, lots of fun stuff. So check it out, and we'll talk more about that in the future. So, I know it was fast, but let's have Otto bring us in tonight for this week's episode of the Role Players.
He's all tuned up. I think he'd be happy to.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll be right back, everyone.
Let me tell you a story about a time that me and my friends found a new world. It started on a ship brought together by a storm. We traveled through the rift to a new world beyond. We were thrown into shackles, we were hunted down by thieves, but we'll never let it stop us from saving a Nagrali, for we are the...
Back. Hello. Okay, well, everyone. So, very, very excited to jump in tonight. So, if you remember last week in Anacroli, after the encounter that you all had with the strange Gith, not a young boy, but a young Gith man, leaving the
Seems
person.
like an important
More of a-
clarification.
It's
Not a baby.
it was important.
That's just.
Otto, it was very important to Otto, so I'm pointing it out. Leaving that person dead behind, Erisette certainly angry with Otto. You
Dead.
all followed the rough road that he was on, led you to the village of Korban. Getting an immediately creepy vibe, you all decided to keep riding on. However, all the roads seemed to lead back to this strange town. As you grew more desperate, trying the other roads, and it was weird, there were 5 roads out from this town. The townspeople started disappearing inside their houses, giving you strange looks. And finally, trying the last road, you found yourselves all just suddenly transported to this clearing. Your horse is gone, tumbling down on your knees, seeing this weird old husk of a tree in the middle, and then suddenly this creature bursts from the ground. It was a pretty hairy encounter. Erisette fell into the ground and was lost for a moment. Otto dealt the killing blow on this creature, though, and you managed to rescue Erisette and find a few more items in this dirt of this earth where souls seem to be lingering down. Very smartly, you decided to leave right when the townspeople showed up, thanking you for freeing them from this creature and vowing to leave this area forever. And they kind of offered you what they had. You went back to the town. There was an awkward foot rub thing that happened with Erisette and poor Bycroft.
Oh, right. Per usual.
Yeah, and
Fine.
Tabitha had a really sweet moment with some of the kids, giving them a bit of hope and a possible future direction for them. And you all went down for the night. You had a wonderful long rest. You're all very happy. You woke up the next day. The townspeople were definitely gone. They left food behind. You mounted up your horses and you headed off in the direction that Bycroft told you was the quickest way to Asley. And that's where we find you today. What would you all like to do?
So it's the next morning, right?
It's the next morning. Yeah, it's about 9 a.m. in the morning.
It's
By
the
the time
next morning.
you get all your gear up and start riding on.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that we're not
Ready
going
to go.
to the northwest. We don't want the north. We don't want the northmost. We want the northwest.
Ah, yes, you bring about a good point.
So we want to make sure we hit that left path coming up, the left road there, and look for some rough country, and we'll pick up another road that goes to Asley.
Yeah, that's
I
the
agree.
plan.
I'll head up front.
Cool.
Okay.
Right, I'll follow right after.
Yeah, I'll be in like the middle.
I will be next with Snack at my side, and I imagine Erisette just right on my tail. I'm still a little nervous because, of course, the quicksand experience yesterday was pretty nerve-wracking.
Near-death experience, to be sure. I thought I was lost for a moment, and I still don't really know where I was. To be honest,
We don't
I have
know.
no idea where I was, but that meant I really needed some self-soothing or soothing from another after that to get back to equilibrium. And I feel a lot better now because,
You got your foot rub.
well,
Makes everything better.
it just does.
And
Yeah.
it is, oh, sorry, please go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say anything
Oh.
important. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's a beautiful day today. There's some white puffy clouds up in the skies, a warm sun that's streaming down on all of you. The trees are, a thick forest on both sides of this. It's a bit of a rickety road. You're still following one of the roads that the townspeople here made. And after a while, you come to that area where there is no road, where this road just stops. And there's a bit of rough country, as he said, but you hear birds in the trees and spirits are high today. So whoever's in the lead, give me a survival check to kind of see if you can follow
Seville.
at advantage
through the
because
night.
you have some instruction from a local. So
All right. Well, I think that one will do. That is a 23.
yeah, so
Hello.
Nice.
Hello.
you remember his words very clearly, and you
right.
do a great job sticking kind of to the straight line that the road behind you was pointing in. And it does take you a couple hours, going not as quickly as you'd like because there's a lot of kind of gullies and hills, and the trees are very dense here. But after about 2 hours of making a bit of slow progress, you come out of this dense forest and you see a stronger, better prepared road ahead of you. And it seems like it's heading kind of northwest.
Let's go.
West.
Okay.
I imagine we just
West
all.
it is.
Does this look like the road that we know leads toward Asley?
Looks like the instructions. Hitting some rough country, road to the left, northwest. So
Yeah.
at least by the instructions, we're on the right way. So
All right.
Well done,
everyone,
Seville.
carry on here.
Pentagmara, it looks fairly.
Thank you, Arisette.
That's what I was going to ask. Yep.
Yeah, it looks fairly familiar to you, but I mean, all this country here, you're still fairly high altitude, so it's a lot of the kind of conifer trees. The sun is warm, but the air is about like 50-ish, and so while it seems familiar, it kind of all looks like this. But the road certainly looks much more substantial than what you've been on to this point. And this looks like a well-traveled thoroughfare. So
let's go.
Well, it seems
right.
like this is
Okay.
our best bet. So let's,
all right.
let's trot along.
So how long?
Mara, do you feel this is welcome company that we'll be greeting, or do you think there could be any changes in Asley since you were there last?
Been quite a few years, and the pact has happened. So I can only hope that they're so welcoming as they used to be to strangers and meet them with mead and food. It was a good time. One can only hope, Amina said. One can only hope. So we shall see. My advice would be to send one first when we arrive, and then see how they greet that one and report to the rest.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. And Seville, how long do you think it is from here once we're on the main road?
Well, I'm guessing, what do we have, a couple 100 miles now? I also want to talk to you guys about what Kello said about the cat's teeth there, about picking up that map about some armor and sword that is outside of Carthan. It's a quick...
It's on the way.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
Is that something you want to explore?
I do. I think it's important. If Kello said it, Kello's, I don't know, he's got something, just his connection to the Grian Academy there, the old sun worshippers there. He seemed to know a lot more than he was leading on, giving us bits and pieces, but I trust the man.
Well, isn't it obvious, really?
What?
Well, he's obviously some holy warrior in service to the old order.
Yeah.
Come on, you all didn't realize that. He's like a paladin or cleric or something.
Definitely.
I know. I did
He's
not realize
so
that.
humble. I did not think of it at all. No.
I thought you were about to say he's so hunky, which is also true.
Also true. Yes. Yes.
Well, I really can't argue that either. But yes, he perhaps has maintained this otherwise lost faith, or so it was thought.
Yes, and that's why he made such a natural ally to us, Otto. Lest you forget.
Oh, no. I am a rather faithful companion, I'd like to think.
I'm glad to hear you'd like to think that.
Otto, do you still intend on having a meeting with the city's council and leader?
Well, yes, we had a deal.
So we know
with-
who... That's right.
Well, we had a deal, so yes, of course. My word is my bond.
Wonderful.
All right.
Nice
Well, as we get
arrange
nearer
that.
to the city, I can shroud us in protection. But if we have hundreds of miles until we're near, then it'd be vain at this point. Let me know when you think we're closer, Seville.
Well, perhaps the shrouding of protection would actually help us a lot on our travels along the way, given how dangerous it is.
That's
And
what I was thinking, but it doesn't last that long.
I like lean forward on my pony towards Otto, and I say, I think she's referring to the spell when she like makes a cloud, like shrouds us. But it's kind of, do you remember? It kind of like reduces our visibility. So I hope that that's not what she's planning on doing.
I'm sure she
No. Oh, do I hear this or no?
I don't know. I mean, you're right behind me.
Sure.
Yeah, I hear you, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a pretty high passive perception, so you probably do hear it.
So maybe okay. No need to whisper. I can hear you quite clearly, Tabitha. And no,
And I
that's not
turn
what
around and I'm like, oh, sorry.
And I
all
chuckle
right.
at Tabby and I say, you must be careful of saying comments in secret when you're dealing with elven ears.
Yes, certainly, especially mine.
Ah, especially yours. So, what spell is it then that you wish to aid us with?
Well, it's passed without trace, and it lasts at up to an hour, but I believe we're farther than 1 hour away, so I
Well,
wouldn't want to initiate.
Yes, I think we're
a
we
little
are some
bright,
Days
too.
away, no?
Yes, yes.
I
But
think,
it's
yeah.
good to have in mind.
Definitely good to have in mind. It's a little bright right now. I think we're pretty exposed as it is, so
Yeah, and
let's
Yes,
save some
I will
power
be
here.
happy not to encounter any more monsters until we get to
So,
Asgard.
Dagmara,
Very
keep your
nice.
eyes open here.
Tells me that's not what Judd has in store for us.
hey, it's not me. It's the land and the dice. I
okay.
have nothing to do with it.
Something to think about. If we do find this cat's teeth entrance along the way, you might want to let us pass without trace as we venture in to explore that.
That's
Possibly,
a good idea.
I mean, yes, I'm open to using it whenever we see fit. That's
Well,
good.
I leave that to your judgment. After all, I trust you.
Well, that's
Dagmara.
Think you've earned it so far, huh? Yes, Sybil?
You know where those markers are. You know the cat's teeth, yeah? You said you did?
Yes, yes,
All
I
right.
do.
So just, yeah, keep an
I
eye
will
out.
let
and-
you know as soon as I spot them.
Very well.
Yes.
I wanted to ask
As
you
we-
something about the Smyrnin, Dags, if I could.
Of course.
So, I've never heard you take an interest in Chatterel, even when I did my nighttime excursion up to Mancutha and we talked to Arik. But you have an intense reaction after that tree. So I just want to know: is Chatterel someone you have followed your whole life, or something that you've just recently reattuned to?
That is most certainly something I look forward to finding out even more about in Asli. Chatterel was the goddess that the clerics at the Temple of Light followed when I was studying there, and I know that they refer to her as something good and something light, and I've only felt her what I thought was her a few times in my life, and my mother believed very strongly. I didn't have enough time to learn from her much, so with the presence of something so evil, I thought that clinging to something so good might be our hope. So I'm willing to find out.
Well, thanks for indulging in my curiosity. Didn't mean to pry or anything. I know that can be a sensitive subject, what one believes or not, but I appreciate it all the same. Thanks.
Otto gives like a smirk to the camera, like out of view of everyone else.
There's a camera.
Seville, if you wouldn't mind, if I was to
Breaks the
have
fourth
any more
wall.
questions about her, could I come to you? You seem to be in good contact with her.
Sure,
Or
of
is
course.
supposed to be her.
I'll share with you what I come across, what comes through me. I'm certainly interested in delving more into that feeling. It was well, like I told you, something that I can't define, but I would very much like that. That would be nice, of course.
And I move in closer to Seville and I just whisper out of sight of Otto or out of earshot, and I just say, please don't share what we talk about with him, if you would.
And I just look forward, but I'm seeing her, and in her mind, I said, no, you have my confidence. I won't. And I say that into her mind.
Okay.
And I just kind of kick up my horse a little bit and trot
Off to Asli.
a couple of yards ahead and
So,
set a
yeah.
little trot.
What pace are you guys traveling at?
Let's.
That's Gallagher.
I'm
Yes,
imagining like a
normal
7
pace?
out of 10.
Yeah, I mean you can't gallop for
Yeah.
very long, but I'm
At
gonna.
a medium pace.
But you're not.
Normal pace.
We'll just say
Like
that
a
you're
little
going
trot,
kind of.
maybe.
Yeah, you're
Little canter.
kind of.
Little canter.
Yeah, you can canter for several hours, so before the horses have to
Can we all
rest.
get on board with this?
That's like a medium-large pace.
Peter, just
I'd
you and
say.
I.
I know. It's just the rogues, Tabby. It's just the rogues. Come on, everybody.
Love it.
Yeah. As long as we're on horseback, we should do that.
Ha, the whole time, the whole time.
Oh my gosh, they're so amazing. They're such good
Good
actors. I mean, look at this.
Someone will
So
be like, I know a bunch of them in LA. I think they're having an earthquake right now.
I'll give you a Zoom high five.
so you just let me know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Erset.
As we go, I'm keeping my eye out for mistletoe and spruce, just so you know, which should be
Not mistletoe, honey.
Mistletoe. Mistletoe.
and spruce
Seville, what's up, baby?
would be quite plentiful in this region.
yeah.
So I see some, and I just
Yeah, I'd say you
And
can snag both of those. I'm gonna just
Judd,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for Rudolph.
okay. Roll a Christmas check, please. No.
Sasquatch over.
All right, so so you all follow this road for some time, and you let me know how many hours you're going to travel before taking a rest. But you know, you are
I
in the.
would just, honestly,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you.
I was just gonna say I would travel all day, basically, until it was time for camp.
Yeah. Unless we, see, I don't know how far out the cat's teeth are, but I agree.
Well,
Just-
right, or
just
if
travel.
we
And
ran into that before.
Dagmara has told you that it's about it's closer to Asley. It's about 70 miles south of Asley, so you're not there yet. So you're traveling, following this kind of twisting road as it cuts through this very heavy forest, and after a couple more hours of travel, so we're about 4 hours of travel at this point, the road starts to slope downward, and you see a very large valley, these massive trees ahead of you. Some of these trees are over 400 feet tall. They are just massive, and it's you see the road dips down and then disappears into this really thick forest down below. And off in the distance, those of you, Ariset and Seville, and who have very high perception, passive perception, you see these dark shapes that seem quite large that are just circling off in the distance, high up over this forest. But you follow the road as it slopes downward, and after about another hour, so we're 5 hours in, you pass down this slope and enter the canopy of this thick forest down below. And now that you're down here, you see some of the trunks of those trees, those really massive ones. They kind of range anywhere from 15 to 35 feet in diameter. These are just huge trees, and there are standard trees kind of tucked in, and this whole thing makes just a very lush, dense forest. It's a little bit warmer than it was. You feel like this whole time you've been just kind of gradually making your way down out of the Dolgrom Mountains, and you look behind and you still see the icy peaks of those mountains dominating the view behind you. Continuing.
Well, quickly,
Yeah.
just turning around and just alerting everyone that watch our flanks. There's some shapes running through the forest.
I see them too, Seville. Do you think they could be necromancers? Could they
They
be the
look big.
wizards?
Perhaps this would be a good time that we could pass without a choice.
And
Are we being shrouded
And these
by your magic?
don't know.
Ariset?
these are shapes up in the air, by the way. Ariset.
in the
And
air.
yeah, they're way up
okay.
and circling
If
above the
only there was
forest.
a way that we could conceal ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, it just so happens that I have found mistletoe and a sprig of spruce. If you want me to do it right now, I can. And I
Okay.
take some fire and I burn the mistletoe and the sprig of spruce, and I take the ashes and I say, gather round, all of us.
Oh, I gather.
Okay.
Okay. And I blow the ashes towards us. And so a veil of shadows and silence
Thank
wishes from me, masking us all from detection. For the duration, each creature we choose within 30 feet of us has a 10 plus 10 bonus to dexterity, meaning
Stealth,
I
right?
choose all of you, okay, to have a plus 10 bonus in dexterity or stealth checks, and we can't be tracked except by magical means. And we leave behind no tracks or other traces of our passage. Let's hope those aren't necromancers in the sky, because they're the one and only thing that might be able to detect us right now.
And Eris said they're quite large. Even at distance, you can see they're quite large. It'd be unlikely to be human. They are pretty massive.
Do I recognize these as like those giant eagle things that Willard picked a fight with and jumped on?
They are. They.
rocks?
It's hard. They're not called rocks here, but yeah, essentially that's your best guess from this distance. I mean, they look avian, not dragon shape, and they're just.
Okay.
They are large, even larger than the one that you encountered
Zeppelins, are they?
with Willard. No, they're definitely they're avian. They're flying and gliding.
Well, now with the benefit of this spell, why don't we pick up some pace and get through this forest?
Good idea, also. Yes, good thinking, actually.
All right.
Okay. So you kick it up
Quickly. Yes.
and you're twisting through, and now it's darker in here. The canopy overhead is quite thick, and you see beams of sunlight as it comes through. You still hear birds, and every once in a while you see a skittering creature. Snack is with you, and every once in a while darts off and comes back with some small creature that he's kind of swallowing whole. Another hour passes, and you see some smoke coming across the path up ahead of you, and getting closer, you can see from this distance that it looks like somebody made a campsite right off the road, but it seems empty.
Can I investigate it?
Yeah, I would also like to investigate it to try to figure out if something bad happened to the people.
Okay, so
I'm going to stay on my horse and keep guard.
Okay, are you two getting off and investigating, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get off.
Okay.
Okay, so who gets off? Just so I can. Who gets off? All right. So who's dismounting from their horse?
Tabby and Erisette.
You still said mounting, so now
Well,
I think it.
I mean,
Okay.
it's just I can only do so much.
I know.
Can you meet me halfway?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Can you
let's.
meet me halfway?
I get on the ground with my feet after riding
Just-
a horse.
All right. Erisette.
I'm already sneaking. I'm
And-
stealthing.
Well,
And
as you
Tabitha-
get down, I just want to say, what are you doing?
I'm investigating.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out what happened to these people. They haven't even properly put out their fire.
All right.
It'll be
Well,
quick.
I'll hang back and keep an eye out in case it's an ambush.
Thank you. Good
Same
idea.
here.
Both of you roll
Exactly what I shall do, Judd.
I
investigation.
am going to
Okay.
silently take out my rapier just in case.
Okay, and Otto, you can roll perception since you're keeping an eye out, or the three of you who aren't
Yeah, we're
dismounting.
there. I just have my hand crossbow out.
Okay,
I got a 13.
a 13.
Nice. And I got a 9. I'm like
On
so annoyed with
investigation?
Otto that I'm not even
investigation.
like really thinking
I
straight. I'm
got
just like,
a
What did I even
19
do?
on
Ooh,
investigation.
19, okay.
Yeah.
Erisette,
you, Erisette.
you start walking and you immediately stop because you can see that there are several axes on the ground and there's blood splatter about, and you kind of just freeze. But Tabitha, you just push past her. You spot the blood, you spot the fallen weapons. You can see that several logs were pulled around this fire, and you're right, it wasn't put out. It just seems like it's just burning itself out. There are bedrolls close to the fire. There's even a tent. You see a couple pouches on the ground, and picking up, you can see there's coin inside. The axes.
Well, you know I'm getting those coins.
Oh, I know.
Cha-ching.
The axes look like they're dwarven of make. A little bit different for those of
Anything
you.
cool, magical?
I mean, you don't think so because they're really well made, but they show standard signs of use, so they're probably not magical. Thank you. But with that investigation roll, you also find a bit of ground that looks like it's like newly dug. And just kind of digging down a bit, you find there's a small wooden chest in there. And also, as you pull it out,
I'm
you're
imagining that Snack is doing the digging.
Okay, yeah, Snacks.
to help me expedite that.
Yeah,
Just to
you convey
tell
it to. Actually, roll an animal handling check just for fun. I want to see how your connection with Snack is growing.
You know, she might be a little bit distracted right
These things take time, you know.
Yeah,
Feet on your foot.
this is 9.
She's on strike until you give him her jerky.
Yeah, Snack came up and kind of
Exactly.
drags a paw across it, and just turns and starts walking off.
I'm like, okay, fair enough. I haven't taught you that. And so I quickly dig it up.
Yeah, and you dig it up. And as you're pulling it out, you happen to like look up as you're heaving this chest. It's pretty heavy. And you notice that there are several branches above you that have been broken, as if something came out of the sky down to this area. You just see them kind of almost like
gosh.
there's like a tunnel that's been punched through the canopy above. But
wow.
you pull out this very nicely made wooden chest. The wood is really thick. It's not that big. It's about 18 inches by 9 inches by whatever, another 9 inches. Is it
Is
clogged?
it open?
It is closed. It is closed.
Okay, is it something that I could easily, like, is it too heavy for me? I'm imagining that she wants to get out of there as quick as possible and get it back on her pony.
No, it's not that heavy. It's like, you know, it's probably like 15 pounds total.
Okay, she's just gonna like lug it under one arm and just quickly as possible go with Erisette back to where the group is.
There are no bodies? No
Lou,
bodies at all?
Nobody's.
No bodies.
What was it that you found?
Okay, so I found this chest,
Well, I figured as much.
got a bit of coin. I noticed that, and I'm imagining while I'm like relaying this information, I'm like strapping the chest back onto my pony and like getting
Right.
back on. Okay, so it was a camp. You could tell that whatever you all have detected in the sky has come down and perhaps captured these people or eaten them as a treat or something.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, they were just taken from the camp. The camp was left with like bedrolls out and a tent, and we should get out of here.
I look up, Judd, I look up and I see, is this area where they made camp, is it covered and sheltered by the trees, or is it out in the open?
No, it's completely covered. So when you look up, you see that what she's talking about, that the canopy used to cover this area, but there's several, even
But
they are broken and hanging.
And I look at the creatures above, and I look at the site, and I just say, why do I have the feeling that it may have something to do with them?
Yeah.
yes,
Do you
well,
remember
let's-
there being beasts like this in Asley before, Dagmara?
I'm imagining
Do
we're
I?
trotting along trying to get away from that site.
Well, remember, we're not in Nasley yet.
Okay, Tabitha starts riding
True,
off. Are the
true,
rest of you
true,
staying or following her?
Yeah, I say let's move along.
Yeah, move along.
Yes.
While we have
while
the
we're talking.
benefit of
Yes.
Arisette's enchantment, let's avoid
Yes.
falling victim to
And
the
actually,
same fate.
if you are going to be stealthy, since she does have pass without a trace on,
Yeah, of course.
you'll be moving slowly, and I need you to roll stealth checks, all of you.
Okay, let's do it.
No problem. So what do I get as my
Don't
additional
forget,
benefit?
don't
Plus
forget
10.
to add an extra 10. So just add 10 to whatever
Yeah.
your
So
total is.
roll, add your
I got
modifier,
27.
and this is a group check, so we'll balance out. We'll see what everybody gets.
Okay, I got 20.
Okay, I got
23.
You got what?
3 plus.
Megan, I got 23.
Oh, you got 23. Okay.
Yes.
I got 31.
Okay.
Nice.
19.
No, least of all.
19. What did you get, Otto? You got something good. I can't remember.
27.
27, yeah. So no problem at all. You kind of all calm your horses and very quickly and quietly pass out of here. And as you start to move away from the camp, the sun overhead for a second just blots out, goes dark, and then the sun returns. And you look up and you can just see it's far overhead, but you just see those shapes. There are 2 of them just circling. And even from down at this level, you can see the size of these birds. They are huge. So good job sneaking off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay,
s-
preemptively, Tabitha is going to tie some rope around herself and around her pony.
So smart.
Because I feel like these things might come down and snatch some of the smaller items
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I see her doing it and I say, well done, Tabitha. Had you not done it, I would have had the urge to do it for you. This is, let's just move quickly, shall we? Yeah.
Yes.
And can we speed up even more? Otto, Seville, can you pick up the pace?
You can, but if you pick up the pace, you're going to be breaking your kind of stealthy. It's your choice. You can go quickly or you
Let's
can go
move
stealthy.
as fast as we can by being stealthy. How about
Yes,
I mean, how
indeed.
far away are we? Less than an hour away from it at this point, do you think?
From Asley?
No,
No, from the town that we're going
Oh.
into. From this town that we're near.
Well, I think we've left the town, right? The little
Yeah,
campsite.
you're now
Cats.
you're now like 5 hours
There's like a mountain.
into travel.
But we'll of course be keeping an eye out for the entrance to the Cat's Teeth.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine the cat's teeth must be near, and hopefully we're within an hour of it. If not, we should quickly
Don't know.
pick up our pace, even if it risks being slightly less stealthy.
And Dagmar, you know roughly where you're at. You know this valley. You've been through this pass before, and you know that you're still a good, 200 miles away from Asley. So you're probably about 130 or so away from the turnoff to the Cat's Teeth.
Yeah, so
Let's just keep. I think we're just keep chucking, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, this is just the patience game here. We just have to keep going
Okay. So
slowly enough.
after about another hour, you don't spot any more of the dark shapes in the sky, and you don't see any other, issues about. Snack seems pretty relaxed. You can all pick up your pace a bit. There are spots here where you see the forest is starting to thin a little bit, and you feel the road is climbing, so you might be getting out of the densest part of this valley. And
I would say to the group, because it's probably getting close to nightfall by this point, perhaps we stop and make camp before we exit the forest clearing. That way we'll have some coverage as we
Dagmara, you've made this trek before. Do you know what's up ahead? What kind of, is there a different type of cover up ahead, or?
Jill, what do I know about this? Good question.
you know that, I mean, the bulk of this journey is in kind of mostly forested areas. There's a bit of ground that you're going to go over that has a lot of fissures, kind of the scarred land where, and that's more the direction of the Cat's Teeth, where there are these large fissures and a lot of bridges built in, but we're not there yet. So it's going to be forested area for like 70% of this journey.
Cool.
Is it getting
Well,
dark?
Tabby will be covered for quite a bit, is what I can tell you. So if we're going to make camp, I think this will be a good place to rest.
Yeah, the sun is starting to go down, for sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
make camp.
that sounds great.
Okay.
Good thinking, Otto. Again.
Why, thank you. I consider it one of my strong suits.
Tabitha has like tied the gnarliest knot, and so it takes her a while to like untie herself so that she can like get down.
It's like this big, this giant knot.
Yeah, she was so nervous about the birds.
And now seems like a prime opportunity for you to see what's inside that chest.
It's been gnawing at me all day. So whenever she finally gets it undone, and she's like getting frustrated because she like did it so tight, she's like,
Okay.
she would like to lug the chest down and open it up.
Okay. So you go to open it and it is locked. You see that there is a beautifully carved emblem. It looks like of a diving bird, actually, on the top.
And
Well, I'm sure that measly lot's no trouble for the likes of Tabitha Knotgrass.
correct, I think I can get the lock. However, there is an image on the box that is giving me a bit of trepidation.
What do you mean?
And I show everyone that there is like diving bird on the box.
Ooh.
Ah, so you mean to think that opening this does the box look like it was tried to be opened before?
No,
or latched open
no,
before?
it looks, it's in pretty, I mean, it's got some dirt on it from where it was dug out of the ground, but it looks pretty pristine.
So I say, do you think that this somehow attracted the attention of the Just open it.
Dagmara, do you know of any barbarian tribes around here?
Do I?
You do not.
Okay.
What
And
cover
I
you?
have not.
Yeah,
not
go
gonna-
for it, Tabby.
To
I'm
my
gonna
knowledge, no.
real quick.
Why don't we just check and see if it's trapped?
That's what I was gonna do. Was exactly that. I was gonna use my magical coin, the badge of office once confiscated from I believe it was a high-ranking edgeguard, or I can't fully remember who once wielded it. But I will try and give it a pass over to see if there's any magical enchantment on it that it might undo.
Okay, so Tabitha, you watch as Otto passes this coin in front, removing any potential magical
like-
traps inside.
And I like wave my hand over it, and I'm like, all right.
Okay, and so then she's so excited, she busts out her thieves' tools, and she just expertly assesses the lock and hopefully opens it depending on my roll.
Okay, are you just gonna try to pick it, or are you investigating it?
I want to take a look and see if it needs to be picked or if I sense that there's a trap or anything.
Cool, roll investigation check. And the rest of you setting up camp for the night?
Yeah, of course.
I'm
Yes.
just keeping an eye out in the
Yes.
skies with my bow, just in case anything swoops on us. 'Cause
Okay.
Just to give
I'm
her
setting
cover.
up a few traps around in the
I
meantime.
only got
just to
11
make sure
on
we're safe.
investigation.
It looks like it's okay. I mean, the lock is pretty simple. You know, you could pick it pretty easily. You don't see any
I'm gonna pick
traps. Okay. So roll sleight of hand.
Ooh, not rolling great. That's only a 10.
Your picks almost get stuck in here, and what looked like a really simple lock seems to be a lot more complex than you thought. And you
I don't know
when
if
you
this would be allowed, but would it maybe be that I've bardically inspired her with my pump up compliment that I gave her a second ago?
well,
to-
I think you could do it now because we're not really in any time, pressure. So I'd say you inspire her. Tabitha, try one more time to see if you can.
Kind of like, I
Or
guess I'm a bit
basically,
rusty. Let me give it another go.
You just add a D6 to the roll of what you got.
Let's basically
Oh,
just
what
see
I
if-
already rolled? Or
No,
roll again?
roll again.
Okay. 13, 14, 19. 19 plus, what do I roll? A 10? A D10?
No.
You don't even need to. You're good.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah. So finally, you get in there, and you're really surprised. There's a lot more to this mechanism than you're used to. I mean, usually a simple lock like this has one little thing you have to move in there. This has like 6 or 7, and after a few minutes, you finally get that click. Like, ha.
Okay. And before I open it, I want to hold my breath because I've seen
Okay.
how that happens in an acroly.
Okay. Hold your breath. And you open it, and immediately a blade slices out and slices right across your fingers. And yeah, for 15 points of damage as it just like you can't even get your fingers away in time. It just springs out.
Oh my god.
I just turn from my traps and I run to Tabby. Tabby, are you right? Oh my god.
Honestly, I don't know why I opened this. I knew it was going to be trapped. I had the feeling it was going to be trapped. Could someone heal me?
I
Would
take
it-
out my first aid kit. Would my first aid kit help? Or do we just need a potion and just get it over with?
We're gonna say you can
Would it be faster with a potion?
you bandage her up.
Helpful.
But Tabby, as she starts to work
Perfect, you can
on
do
your
something.
hands, you look down and you see there are some tools on top. They look like gym working tools, and then underneath it you just see a bunch of different colors of gyms. It's getting a little dark, so it's kind of everything.
He's feeling a little better. all of a
Yeah,
sudden. At the sight of shiny things.
yeah.
So while my hands are being bandaged, I say, okay, someone else, look in there. There's some gems.
I say
I'll do it.
that
Be very
is.
careful.
I'll take my sword, my moon dagger, and I'll just kind of flick up the tools and kind of see if I can help move them out of the way. Say,
Yeah,
looks like there's something in there.
no problem. And as you get it close, Tabitha, you see from the light coming off the blade, just all of a sudden it's just like this rainbow. It's like the skull splitter dice, my rainbow pride dice here. That just
And
it just starts
Tabby's eyes
glowing.
turn into little hearts. She's
Yeah. These must have been jewelers. They hid their chest, and there it looks like there's quite a lot of gems in there.
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
Tabby, I'm like moving with her. I'm like, Tabby, I know you want to touch them, but please stay still for a little bit longer.
okay. Thank you for helping me, but come on, look at that. What a hole. She's
They're
stoked.
lovely. They are gorgeous. Oh my God.
Okay.
I guess we should all take a few, right?
I was going to say, Otto, that I plan to share them. And whenever my hands get healed up, I would like to divide them pretty equally. I'm still going to keep a couple extra for myself.
There's well, first of all, you got 114 gold pieces from the campsite before.
Thank you. I was going to ask that.
And
I'll
also,
add that.
Erisette, you saw some food rations if you wanted to grab them. And
Sure, we've got so much food. We're good, but
Okay.
I'll take them.
that was from before. And then there's 600 gold pieces worth of gems in this box.
What kind of gems? What color? What
Oh
are
my
they?
gosh,
Are
it's
they
like-
amethyst? Are they emerald?
Um,
Are they topaz? Are they
They
citrine?
are mostly sapphires, rubies, emeralds. There are a couple diamonds, only a couple, but mostly they are colored gems.
Okay,
Are there any
so
garnet?
Tabby's going to take...
No, they're all precious gems.
Well, I just say, before we take anything and we divvy it around, sorry to be the party pooper, but whatever came from above must have come from these gems.
Why do you say that?
So,
Why?
didn't we see the evidence just now? Back
Maybe
there?
they came for whoever
Maybe they came
is
for
no
the
longer
bodies
there.
that they made off with, right? I don't-
Exactly. Maybe they came to protect the gems.
Maybe, but
I-
I
Possibly.
don't see any reason to think that. They're not following the gems now. I appreciate your caution, but as far as we know, they made off with the people, not the gems. If they were after the gems, you would think they might have noticed they were right there and under their beaks.
Okay, I have an idea. Can any of you with more magical capabilities than myself tell me if there's like some sort of enchantment or you sense some sort of connection happening here?
I wonder if my primeval awareness would work. I don't know if it would work.
I'll use a spell slot, which means it only takes a minute to cast Identify on the chest to see if it has any magical properties that aren't apparent in it.
Okay.
So, you learn its properties, how to use them, if it has attunements, how many charges it has, all that
Yeah,
sort of thing.
you take you cast it with a spell, so you don't detect any magic here. It just seems to be
Yeah, I say
chest.
I say no, I don't see anything more to it than just merely a trapped chest, but
Or it's just
we
being
should.
extra cautious. We never know.
Yes, we should
Yeah.
keep an eye. We should keep watch and keep an eye out for those things.
Yeah, it's certainly strange that there's a bird
Especially
motif
since we're
on it.
setting
So maybe this
camp.
was, something of an
So,
offering somewhere or
here's
something.
my
But it's
idea.
good to be cautious.
Let's take the gems out. Let's leave
Done.
the tools in. Let's put some food in there as our offering. Let's
I love it.
close the case, bury it somewhere a bit away from our camp, and then we've got the gems and the forest is satisfied with its offering. Yeah?
Great.
Yes.
And
Bravo.
Otto is like laying in his like sleeping sack, like reading a book, and he's like, "Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant! Go, and I have full confidence in you."
Okay, so
I'll cover.
I take out all the gems and I'm like, we'll divide that later. And I just try to prepare it. I add like some of those food rations, maybe some jerky in there with the tools, close it carefully. And then I say, okay, who wants to bury it?
Can't you get Snack to do it? Try again. Maybe you can train it. It's a training opportunity.
Okay.
I'll have some treats.
Train it to do what?
To dig. I mean, it's feline. It has claws.
Oh yes, I know. It seems rather adept at digging.
Okay, so Tabitha just kind of like calls Snack over and like just kind of she's guessing. She's never done this before. She's like holding
Snack
up a
bounds
box.
over.
She holds up the box and she's like, okay, this, we want it to go
Licks
in
the box.
ground. Okay, no, it's not food. We're gonna dig, and she like does like this whole like pantomime of what she, like an act out of what she wants him to do.
Okay.
And Otto just occasionally looks up from his book and like chuckles as he is like watching this.
Snack gives you another. Gives you a lick now. Like licks your face.
Okay, let's make this easier. And I turn towards Erisette and Dagmara, and I'm like, I'll work on teaching Snack how to dig and bury things, but for now, can you two ladies, or perhaps Seville, someone go bury this maybe like 25 feet from where we are currently, or something?
I mean, if you want, I do have an idea though. Why don't we just take this, and I take one of the snacks that I had still taken from the website, and I say, and I'll dig it just maybe a few feet underneath, and then maybe Snack will dig to find it, and then every time it digs to get more, we'll do another one to reinforce it.
When I see, I kind of go cross-eyed when I hear her try to explain that. But then I look over at Dagmara, and you said you were putting up traps. Is that right? Around the campsite.
Yes, I am.
And I kind of I peer down from my book, and I like look, and then I kind of look up above us as we're talking about like these bird things, and I say, I wonder, perhaps a trap in the trees above, given where our foes might choose to strike.
Sure thing. Then I start to weave like an intricate net that I will then put up top.
And perhaps this box could be the bait?
That's even a better idea. How about we put the box on top of this net, having it way on it above us, tied very tightly to the trees around, so that is the closest thing they would see from above would be the box.
I like it. Okay, and so Tabitha
Tabby
is great at climbing. She wants to help tie off the nets. Yes, Dagmara.
Just one little tip on training your beautiful Snack.
Okay,
When
open to suggestions.
when she's able to dig, I would say, as much as it's possible, maybe help her with her paw. Maybe we can do it together. And always have a clicking sound or something that Snack will associate with the right action.
Okay.
Every single time she does something right, just snap your fingers and give her a treat.
Ah, you sound like you've trained an animal too in your time.
Oh, I wonder. You sound like you've played a lute before.
Well, it must be my lovely timber that you're hearing.
I see.
Okay, so
We're tying things.
All right, so say
tying
Tabitha,
things,
you
we're
go
tying things.
you make your way up the tree, you tie this box up there. You have this intricate rope, that you're tying all these traps, and it takes you a while, and night has fallen during this time. And you'll see Snack for when it was before it was really getting dark, Snack would still wander out, disappear, and then come back. But now that it's gotten dark, kind of just sits on the ground staring out into the darkness, right underneath you, Tabitha, as you are finishing tying up this chest. And you climb down.
She wants to shimmy down as quick as she can.
Okay, yeah. You shimmy down, Dagmara. You're confident you've set all these traps. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm setting up a perimeter. Go ahead, Erisette.
No, you go ahead.
I'm setting up a perimeter around, and if anything walks through here, I'm taking a ball of string from my pack, and I've got 5 little bells, and I'm going around the perimeter of our camp, and I'm just setting the string at about waist level or about shin level, and then putting a little bell, 5 bells around us.
Love it.
I'm chilling reading a book.
I'm sitting at the campfire hoping that Seville comes to join me when he's done.
And I'll come to join.
Yeah,
Elsa when I'm
eventually
done.
I kind of am like reading my book and I like glance over at her and I see her doing like the face and like the look over at Seville like this, like I like and then I like look over back towards Seville and I'm like, hey.
What?
And I see him messing with the bells and stuff and I'm like,
Right. So I ting the bell a little bit, ching,
Ding, ding, ding,
and
ding.
then I'll go and sit down, set my sleeping blanket up and everything, and I'll just come by the fire, sit near Arset.
And as Otto is looking to the one side, I jump off, I land right next to him on the other side. I'm just kind of perch. What are you reading?
I am reading, you can probably easily see, I'm reading about, it's like poetry and like stories and like things from the Forgotten Realms, like histories and sort of stock auto material.
Nice.
And I say, oh, just escaping into stories of another time and place, I suppose.
Are those the stories of your people?
My people, well, the human
Yes.
folk of Faerun.
Of your kingdom?
Well, it occurs to me, you don't really know much about Faerun, the world where we all come from, do you?
No, I do not. No.
Well,
I've been wanting
I
to
can
find
tell
out.
you, it is a large and vast continent, you see. And maybe I start to flip through the book and I find maybe there's a few little illustrations in it of creatures that are, depicted in legends of Faerun, not just dragons, but maybe ones she hasn't seen. And I start to kind of bend her ear a little bit. I tell her about peculiarities of that land, and to think it's ruled by the masked lords of Waterdeep. No one knows who they are. They all meet in private sessions wearing elaborate masks. It could be someone well-educated, or it could be your butcher from town, but these rulers are completely invisible and completely unknown. How?
And democratic. I can't help overhearing. And I say, and democratic.
Well, no, it's not democratic. They're not freely elected.
No, but they exercise judgment and keep the land safe through good judgment and cooperation with each other for the benefit of the land.
Well, I can see that you have only taken the time to learn some of the masked lords. You see, throughout history, and I turn the pages and I start telling some of the famous stories about there was this one masked lord who they called the Black Staff, and he was actually an evil wizard, and no one knew that of all the places this evil wizard was hiding, it was actually behind the mask of one of their rulers. And so I tell a cautionary tale. I end up with being so it just goes to show you that no matter the land, no matter the place, one must have clarity when it comes to power. It seems to me that is what matters most of all. And so I just kind of continue and yak and tell stories and maybe play a few songs on my new lute. And that's all I do.
Well, thank you for being so eloquent about your history, Otto. I think I learned quite a lot about you.
Well, yes, I'm happy to oblige. Why don't we make this a regular thing? When we make camp, you can tell me a little bit more about Anacroly, since we're still learning everything, since we've only been here for 8 days or
8 days.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a bit more about Faerun. You never know. You may just find yourself there. We never intended to be here, so
Well,
life can be
I
a bit
suppose-
crazy that way.
Well, I love
I
a good
suppose we've
story
made
from
another deal.
Faerun. I had a fantastic time for a year, so I'd love to hear some more tales, Otto.
You were in Faerun for a year.
I was stationed there for an entire year.
I was just about to ask how long you spent in Faerun.
Yeah, mostly
What
down
parts
south.
did you see?
Down near Elthkulta. It's a kingdom of Am. Fantastic city. They called it the Shining City or the South or something like that. It rivals the Joaquin Market, the Joaquin Plaza, this incredible outdoor market, and had some lower sections.
Well, it's not bad, but it
fantastic.
pales in comparison to the sophisticated architecture of some of the more northern lords. But perhaps I'm just a bit biased.
No, hey, I don't know, but I had a fun time out in that city. So just around there, and then made my way up a little bit. But yeah, just basically following rumors until I met you.
So I'm curious, Judd, do I remember, because I, the person, don't remember, and we all know my notes sheet is very dubious. Do I remember what part of Faerun Erisset is from?
Roll a history check. I think she mentioned it.
Yeah, she said she was from an isolated moon elf kingdom, is all I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only got a 7, so I'm gonna say
That's about what you remember. and actually, Tabitha, as you do that, and I assume Snack's next to you.
Yes, and I was going to say that while I was eavesdropping, I'm like trying to take Gabby's notes and like slowly teach this digging situation.
And every time you pull a little bit of food out that you're about to,
I assist you a little bit.
You're about to bury, Snack's like, just like gently like grabs your whole hand, just like pulls the food out of your hand, and it's you go to get another, and you're just kind of
won't listen to me. She won't listen to me, but don't be afraid to snap at her and say no, and she should listen. I will not do it. I don't think she likes me as much, but you can apply that, because the more you control her, the more she will obey you in the hardest of moments.
You've already had your fingers messed up once today.
This is true. And I just kind of pat Snack's head and I'm like, I know, sweetheart. It was a busy day. And so I'm just kind of going to leave it at that.
And I'm like, they are cute, aren't they?
Snack, you as you're petting, you feel the hair, and you've seen Snack's hair move before. You know that it has some kind of special control over its hair. Suddenly, the entire coat changes, and at first you think Snack's attacking you. You see the teeth just bare, and it jumps up to its feet, and you hear ding, 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 and you all look over, and you see what can only be described as a very large centipede that is been quietly. You see its legs, and it's just moving closer, and its head is up about 4 feet. It's a kind of eye level with Snack, and it's getting caught on that string. And Snack leaps at it, and you see it just like and starts skittering away, and Snack goes after it. And you hear this in the darkness, and those of you that have dark vision, you can see Snack is attacking. This thing is just wriggling and just slipping away and goes down a hole. And Snack is there, and like kind of tearing at it.
Good.
And then after a couple minutes, gives up and finally comes back.
Good Snack. Good Snack.
I say,
wow.
Good girl.
I don't think we need traps at this point.
And Seville, your string is broken on that side.
Yeah, I was about to say. All right, I'm going to go repair it.
Okay.
Well, sadly, nothing compares to the Elven Kingdom, but none of you would have ever seen it. Our goddess, Sehanine, she keeps it hidden. It's very difficult for anyone to find, and we like it that way.
Okay, so you're not going to tell us where it is? Because I'd really like to just geographically be able to place it in my mind, you know?
Well, it was to the north. And
what do you even care? It's not like you're going back to Faerun any day anyway.
Okay,
well, I was about to say that hopefully if we get through this and we achieve what we came here to do, or what I came here to do, that I'd welcome all of you.
Ooh. Well,
To
I
the
love a
Moon Elf
vacation.
Kingdom.
Yes,
So
nothing
how
would
did
make
you
me
all make your
happier.
way to Anacroli from Faerun?
Oh, this is a great question.
We've
Okay.
never told you that story. It's starting.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, I imagine that Otto plays the song and then everyone kind of chimes in with the details about how we're on this ship and we were trapped in these different rooms and there was this other lady named Anazora and she was orange.
I've had a couple of, sort of servings of wine at this point, so I'm peppering in the story with details like, and meanwhile, Seville was actually a secret agent, part of the Edgeguard, who knew a lot more about what was going on, but he was playing none the wiser to us the whole time. It wasn't until we were shipwrecked and back on land that he goes, oh, and by the way.
And we were all poisoned by somebody, and we still don't know who.
I'm rejoining the group. Sitting
Never
down.
mind that time that we all got kidnapped, not we all, I should say.
Oh,
But
when you and I got kidnapped and sold into human trafficking.
Right. That's right. I remember someone not listening to me. That's right.
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
happened.
yes.
Before
Well,
we had
Okay.
loyalty to one another.
don't
Remember
worry.
that.
I
Remember what happened.
Loyalty.
I plan on writing a moral tale about that, and it will be called something like, but not necessarily, a treatise on the mistrust of thieves, and then don't try to make friends with thieves guilds. So I am currently
Wonderful.
working on
Lesson
something
learned.
to, yes,
And I
That's
look
your
at
takeaway?
Otto.
Proud of you, Otto.
yes.
I look at Otto and I see the bar that I knew like what 8 days ago, at least how I met him, and I look at everyone and I just say, seems like quite the adventures you've been on. I really hope you remain just as you are. And I
Well,
stay on him.
the road changes you. The road changes you, Dagmara. So, but we'll see. Oh, that reminds me. And I go into my one of my pockets on my leathers and I pull out that sort of broken, deteriorated bag, and I show them and I said, "Look what I found in that tree that had taken Eraset." I just wanted to wait for the proper moment, and I look at these black diamonds. These have to be something special, and there's 5 of them. There's 5 of them. So
Abby's
go
like
ahead.
frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
go ahead.
you waited until someone else found less sophisticated diamonds for you to one-up them and bring these out. That's what I'm saying.
Otto, your mind works in very, very odd ways. I'll have to one day look into it, but no, of course not. I just wait for the proper moment by the fire. We're having some wine, some eats. Beautiful night. If we don't get
Well,
taken.
I was going to say, well
Yes.
done.
By the
Oh, well,
birds that
okay.
are
I
gonna
mean,
come down.
go on. Keep going, Otto. Keep going. Okay. Well, here, pass them on. I take mine, I pass it to Tabby, pass them around. There's 5. 5. Hey, that has to be auspicious in some kind of
Well,
way, right?
one place that I might check, Judd, where black diamonds seem like they could be of interest is in not my Faerun book of tales and legends and haha and fun, but in the recovered foul book, the one that is from the worshippers of Fornuge. And I want to see if there's any mention of a black diamond in there, because it seems like the sort of thing that it could be related to.
And while Otto is flipping through the pages, doing obviously some research, I am separating the haul from earlier. And I'm keeping the 2 diamonds for myself and trying to give everyone else a fair shake.
Okay. I'll let you figure that out.
And
The
as you
whole
have a
thing
knife-
has 600 gold piece value, so I'll let you
Okay.
So she'll
divvy
be
that up.
counting for a little bit. So as she's counting, I just go up to Tabby and I sit down. Tabby, tell
Yes,
me
Dagmara.
a little more about the swamps. You're from there, correct?
Oh, yes, I'm from the swamps. I have to tell you, they're kind of dreadful places. So, and then she's like counting and like looking. I imagine she has one of those things to kind of like inspect how like the clear is. Totally.
A loop,
Little
yeah.
loop, it's called.
Yeah, she's doing
Yeah.
all that. She's like, okay, so I am from this kind of ramshackle community of thieves, and everyone is a halfling like myself. And honestly, my parents were kind of corrupt people, and they taught me to steal at a very young age, but then they kind of used me. So we would all play these horrible tricks that were actually pretty successful on anyone who was traveling through the swamps. We would kind of lure them and then pounce on them and steal a bunch of stuff. But I have discovered that my family was... Bless you, Eris.
Bless you.
I see it was those ashes you blew at everybody.
I think,
They got up
I
your
think
nose.
we all just got COVID.
Go ahead, Tabby. This is interesting. Go ahead, Tabby.
So I discovered that my parents had actually been stealing from my stash, and after a couple years, I noticed that the reason that they were stealing was because we were deeply in debt to this horrible rival gang of thieves. And there was kind of no way out. Like, no matter how much we stole or how much we would try to like upsell stuff on the black market and try to gain a little profit, it was like we were kind of always under the oppression of this other gang. And so that's when I decided to make out for my own. I thought that it would be a good time to just, escape how corrupt that was. Plus, I mean, the number of mosquito bites that you get in the depths of the swamp is really just unusual. So
wait. You fell out with your family. You abandoned them.
Oh, yes. I abandoned them because they were just terrible. And also, we had an enormous fight. But, never mind.
Oh, well,
Do you know if they're still there? Have you heard anything of them at all?
Well, I mean, obviously they're deep in Faerun. I haven't heard from them. It's been about 8 months since I left.
the people who were tracking them down due to the debts they owed, were they also looking for you? Were you responsible for their sins, as it were?
Well, yes, probably.
So it sounds like you have no good reason to return to Faerun anyway.
Which is why, if you will remember, when we were in Merrig, after we destroyed the necromancers and the treacherous place there, I was trying to buy a house so that I could have a nice place to live in the Shardspire with a picturesque community. But instead, I went with you lot. And what do I have to thank for that?
Remember, I had just met a thief, and not too long later met a thieves guild. I was really just trying to be matchmaker.
Okay, well, they sold us into human trafficking, so obviously I'm not going to work with them.
I didn't say I was a good one.
Did you have any brothers and sisters, Tabitha?
Brothers and sisters, yes, I have one older brother. He's awful.
Oh.
Wow.
So I would just like to think of myself more like just a lone wolf. You know?
Well, I think you've done quite well with your skills and personality. I think you have no problem garnering a family, so...
And I personally think that I'm going to make
here.
an amazing high society member of the Anacroli community.
Well, you have
There is such a thing. If you wouldn't believe there is such a thing, I
like the
cannot wait for
ambition.
you to see Asley. If Asley is as I remember it, there's quite the high society and elaborate, intricate, exquisite streets and palaces and the glass walls of the palace.
She's just like imagining like being in like a lap of luxury and like being carried on like a cart like a queen. Like
It's
just
that,
yeah.
it's that
you
water
have
city.
options.
How do you even want to dress, Tabby?
A dress? Oh yes. And then she like digs in her pack and she pulls out the like fly outfit from when they went to that underground mermaid show.
Yeah.
When she like went to that party with
Balaknees.
Prince that had like it had just like
Balakniks.
so much ornateness. And I was like, see? I mean, come on.
Wow.
Oh, hey, ladies, if we ever go out
Keep that
again,
handy.
let me do your makeup.
Okay.
I'm serious about it. I have a whole kit. You've seen some of our work.
Oh,
I
the
love it.
Mustaches.
All of it. Yeah, the
mean
mustaches.
the-
But I can do much more than that. I can do much more than that.
Okay.
You gotta let me do your makeup. I'm telling you, I won't steer you wrong.
Well,
Just give me a chance. I'm just saying. Give me a chance.
Okay.
We'll
Right,
go
well,
out.
you-
Tabby,
this is-
remember, you have a
You
standing
have a
offer from me
sageness
as well.
about you.
All right.
If we get back to my kingdom, you do have a standing offer to be in my kingdom, and they would never be able to find you.
Oh.
And we do have plenty of high society if you'd like to be treated as a princess. Could be arranged.
I'd like
I'm very
to
loyal
know.
to my friends. I'm very loyal to those who are loyal to me.
And Tabitha just like reaches up and kind of like rubs on her cheek and is like, I know, you're so sweet.
You are too. You really are. I mean it. I admire anybody who brought up in unfortunate circumstances, didn't have the heart to pursue their ways. That means so much to me. I think there's good in you, Tabitha. I think there's quite a bit of good in you.
Thank you. I think that I have felt a bit of a shift since, you know, these past 8 days here in Necroly. It's just such a different place. It's really inspired me to, you know, just leave all the nasty business behind, except for stealing. I mean, I'm still just going to have to steal a bit.
That's all right. That's in your nature. You can't change that if you tried.
So wait. So am I not mistaken in thinking that you're staying? Because you know you have the offer to take off. Well, I don't know if that is feasible now, but I'm glad to hear you are hanging around.
That's the plan. Of course, this Moon Elf Kingdom does sound pretty attractive, so we're just going to have to make a pros and cons list as it is.
Well,
Well,
we'll have
and
to
think
show
of
you
it.
some cities here.
Oh,
then.
just wait until we see Asley.
Okay.
If we can return and return in saying, oh, and by the way, we've just stopped off at another world and defeated a great evil there, well, that is quite the return versus
There's
going
the
back out too
Of
early.
course. There's
And
the story
cheers to
you're waiting
that.
for there.
And I
Yeah.
take my
Cheers.
goblet and I thrust it into the air. And I
And
say,
I
yes,
raise
that's
my
what I mean.
I raise my goblet to yours and I'm like, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
And my eyes kind of sparkle in the fire a little bit as I clink.
So hey, let's set some watches tonight. I think the elves should split up so we have some eyes here. So maybe Tabby, do you want to take a watch with me? I think
Okay.
Otto, Tabby, I think you need a little more time sleeping, so we'll do those quick.
It
Okay.
takes extra rest to maintain all of this.
Oh, that mustache! It must
know.
take. Yes, I understand. I understand, my man.
Yeah.
Wax and everything.
You don't sleep on your side, right? It bends up and gets all pointy.
Seville, you silly. do I mess my mustache up when I sleep?
Imagine him waking up the next morning like this.
You.
Oh,
you-
that happened
you
to him once. He got so cranky. You should have seen it, Dagmara. Oof.
Oh,
No.
I'm tempted to.
But yes, I appreciate the offer. I think I'll just knock off now. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
night.
All right, we'll take first watch. Who's got second?
I'll do it.
All right. And then last, Dags and Otto.
Got it.
All right. That's
Pull
good.
up the rear.
Okay, so first watch. I'm sorry, who's on first watch? It's Seville?
Tabby and I.
That's right. All right.
Well, Tabby, I'm glad to hear you say that. I'm glad to hear you're in brighter spirits.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to take watch with you. I have a little gift for you. I think you'll make more use out of it than myself. My father gave me this book, and I go into my pack and I pull it out. He gave me this going to Faerun. He said, if my father's a trapper, a hunter
okay,
trapper, so I have experience with dressing down animals after the kill and stuff, but he's excellent at it. And I've seen you've taken a fancy to getting some trinkets. So he gave me this book. It's a book about beasts and creatures and what you can harvest from them to either sell as components in town, make a little side money. He was just worried that if I needed to make money, I'd have a book that I can go out, harvest my own body parts, horns, skin, and they're always willing to, they fetch a fine price depending on the creature and stuff. But I just wanted to give you this, and maybe you could study it, get more proficient at it, and then you'll actually know, what you can get out of an animal and possibly sell, because I know you want some coin.
Well, Seville, I must say this is like one of the best gifts I've ever been given.
Oh,
I love to take my little trophies from battle, and it would be nice to be able to make a bit more sense of it, and know how entrepreneurial I am. So I love to
Absolutely.
the thought of just, starting a little bit of a side hustle with this selling business.
Absolutely. You just collect these parts, and all of these magic users use, you've seen Araset use these components and stuff. So
Yes.
you get a real, you get some real stuff off of some creatures, and that could be some good gold for you.
So Tabby is still like keeping an ear out and kind of like nudges Snack to wake up and kind of be her eyes, and she like kind of flips through quickly this book.
Go ahead, look at it. I'll keep watch. You can study
Okay.
it for a bit.
And she starts thinking, this like idea of selling rare pieces of animals kind of reminds her of her aunt, which was one of her only friends in her family, and how her aunt had this business of going deep into the swamp and tapping these really rare trees for this like liquid gold kind of material that she would just sell on the black market for so much money. And it's just kind of getting Tabitha thinking about all the like money she could make and this business that she could have. And she starts, putting the cart before the horse. She's imagining this like beautiful shop with like an elevator. It's all gold. It's like all of her stuff that she's selling. Her imagination's running wild with this.
Yeah, Seville, you just see her eyes are darting all over the place, and looking up, and you can see there's a lot of activity, a lot of mental activity happening on Tabitha, and she'll dive back into the book, and she's just voraciously flipping through these pages, and then just get lost for a moment thinking.
Yeah. If I could do one thing here, and I just take the front of the book, there's a blank page there, and I kind of tear it out. It's my father's words to me. He wrote a little something to me. If you don't mind, I'd like to keep it close. So
You should take that.
thank you very much.
I really appreciate this gift. I have so many ideas.
Well,
I can't wait to.
From the croc boots to the frost giant to the drake. I mean, you're on your way. This will guide you and make you even more proficient. I can't wait to see what you do with it. So I'm happy to give it to you. It's in the right hands now. In the right hands.
Thank you, Seville.
My pleasure. My pleasure. So.
She's got.
Oh, and I think I'll ask everybody this when they wake up and stuff like that. I
Okay.
don't know where I put it, but when I was unpacking, we were in Vorden, and I was packing my kit together. I dropped an earring. It has a bit of a feather on it, a feather earring. If you ever come across it, just let me know.
Okay.
I've got a lot of stuff in my my kit, but yeah.
And
Just a little feather earring.
I don't remember if I took that, but I think Tabitha's memory also, she's like, oh God, did I steal that from him?
Tabitha, roll
she's like kind of-
roll a history check, actually.
It's the habit.
There's something about
Okay.
about his words that it's tickling the back of your mind.
I only got a 4. She's really not remembering much.
And Seville, you're like, once again, there's a blank look back. There's something about that Tabitha but it's not the right moment. It doesn't seem to be coming to you.
It's all right. If you come across, I'll pick something up in Asley. But if you see it around,
Feather earring. Feather earring.
yeah, feathered earring. Feathered earring. But go on, study, and
Okay.
you
And
with
so
snacks. I'll keep an
she's
eye
doing
out.
that, and then we're still listening just in case any like birds kind of.
And you're watching. And you're watching Snack, and Snack, every once in a while his head snaps up and smells the air and puts his head back down. And your watch passes uneventfully.
Great.
All right. It's
My
time
favorite
for
kind
some
of
sleep. Let's get the others up.
Okay.
So I'll wake Erisette up gently. I know she's in reverie, but I'll just come sit next to her, put my hand on her shoulder. You're up.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. How'd it go?
Uneventful. Chatted with Tabby. She's in good spirits. It's nice to see her do this. I haven't really chatted with her or talked to her much, so it's nice to see her loosening up and feeling a bit amongst friends, I guess you could say. So come on, I'll sit with you for a little bit before I have to nod off or go back into reverie. I think I have some time, so keep you company for a bit by the fire.
Habs is already asleep.
Fortunately, I haven't had any bad dreams for a while. I don't know if that's because we're getting closer to solving things. I don't know.
I don't know.
Pleasantly surprised by it.
Do you think it had something to do with that experience by the portal? The one we seem to have a similar experience about, that light, that beautiful bright light?
It has given me hope. I will say that. I have to tell you, I'm very uneasy about Otto. I know it wasn't too out of his character to kill somebody who was threatening him, but I didn't like the way he did it. And I'm really not sure about his loyalties.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's done something like that when I was interrogating that man in the sewers. There's something that comes over him, but I'll share this with you and you can make up your own mind about it. When he came back through the portal, Otto's snarky and he's sarcastic, and I find it funny.
Of course, yes, me too.
I really have never seen an honest moment out of him until he came back from the portal, and the man looked terrified. And he said to me, I need help. And in that moment, I mean, that's the first time that facade cracked. And I don't know what he's battling, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But we should watch him just for his own good, his own sake. I don't know what he's got going on, but keeping an eye on him, as I said, would be a wise decision for his own good, for ours, of course. But
believe me, I'm watching every move he makes, every word he says. Right now, I don't trust him at all. And do you know why? Most of all, because he doesn't trust us enough. He hasn't found friends in us, I don't think yet. And I know that this is random and we've met randomly because of what happened with the storm, but I have to believe when I set on this mission that it was fate, that I was being called and I was on the right path. And then I have to believe that you all are on this path with me for that reason. And if that's the case, I have to believe that we're meant to help each other for a common cause. And I'm just worried about his motives.
Well, I think in time, we all have our moments where we open up and trust, and it doesn't come easy to a lot of people. So I'm hoping he'll feel a kinship and lean on us a bit. But yeah, it's only been 8 days, and aren't we a cast of characters though, huh? I think we argued for about 5 or 6 of them.
I mean, look, I'm not used to taking orders from anybody, and I mean anybody. Even my father and my brother couldn't stop me from coming here, and believe me, they would have rathered I didn't. And I understand that I'm in the land of men, and I don't matter as a reigning sovereign to them in this environment. I do understand that. It's just very hard for me to compromise on certain things. Very hard indeed.
Well, that's why I call you Wild Sauce.
Dagmara's another one. It's I'm worried about what consumes her. Talk about unpredictable. I mean, I do love that you call me wild sauce. You call me out.
It's a term of endearment.
I know. I really, actually really like that you do that because it means that you see me.
Well,
but if we're talking about unpredictable people, I don't even know if she knows right now whether she's good or not.
That's an interesting dilemma we have here. Interesting dilemma. Yeah, we've seen some, well, more so out of Dagmara. She seems to snap, go quickly, and it's hard to understand what she's going through. And again, it's hard in the middle of a fight when that happens. I mean, yeah, we've had some moments with that, haven't we?
Yes, but I think she seems like she'd rather be good if we can cure her. So
I think so. And I mean, it's funny, we're in an acroly, and I mean, she's the only other Anacrolean that's here with me. So it's nice to have a countrywoman here. So hopefully she'll find her way, but I have a feeling we'll look out for each other, right?
Yes, I wanted to tell you that you're the only one here I feel I can truly trust. And I don't trust easily. And I really like what I think I see in your heart. So anyway, I should get to watch. So
go ahead.
You're probably tired.
I'll take my reverie. Yeah. I'll take my reverie.
As you say that, and Seville, you notice this too. You feel your chest warming, and you first think it's this emotion that you're feeling with Seville, but then it gets warmer and warmer, and you realize it's the little golden tree that you have tucked into your chest piece, and you see these two little golden tendrils snake out very slowly and go up to your temple. And Seville, you're watching this at the moment, and you feel a flood of presence. It's comforting, but there's an urgency to it. Do you allow it to happen, or do you resist?
Yes, I allow it. Yes.
Seville, you see Ariset stands quickly, and you see a picture forming in your mind, Ariset. Your right hand goes down, and Seville's standing right in front of you. As you pull an arrow out, and your left hand goes, and you pull your bow that you got when you were in Makutha, and you pull back on it, and you aim it right at Seville, and you see Seville, your eyes just go wide, but she takes a step right past you, and you move past, you push through the string, the bell, ting, 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 tinkers down to the ground. You move a little bit further, and you raise this up, and you let go. This arrow flies up into a thick branch of this tree, and you hear suddenly, there's a noise, and then a moment later, this large shape drops out of the tree. Seville, you see this. It is a massive snake, and there is an arrow going right through its head. And as the snake starts to just unfurl in its death, you see there's a woman caught up in it, and she is gasping for air and still just trying to get to her feet shakily and pushing this massive snake off of her.
I'll run and see. I'll run to her.
And we're going to leave it there for a moment as we take a long overdue break. So, stay tuned, everyone.
See you guys in a bit.
Quick 10-minute drink. Oh, Freudian slip.
Hey,
Break while I get a drink.
We know what you have planned. All right.
We'll be right back, everyone. Hang in there.
I'll see you guys in 10.
And we're back. Thank
Good luck.
you for
I got a
staying with us.
truckload.
We are back. Okay, so to jump back in. Seville, you start to make your way over to this large shape that fell out of this tree that you saw Ariset just almost in a trance fired an arrow in and
At me.
materialize. Yeah, at first you thought it at you and you started to back up and scramble away, but she pushed back
"What's
and she ran
happening to
forward and then
everybody?"
let fly this arrow that disappeared into this thick branch, and all of a sudden this massive thing just fell out. Dagmara,
How gnarly would that have been if after she had just been talking about how she like mistrusted everyone, she just like point blank killed Seville?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Total bipolar.
Was just like a
That's-
psycho the whole time.
Yeah, do we need to worry about ourselves?
She was like,
Dagmara,
I
okay.
invited you. I
Guys.
invited you back to my moon kingdom.
pulling it back in. Pulling it back in. Dagmara, you hear this commotion and definitely hear the thing hit the ground. Being an elf and being in that kind of state, your eyes pop open, and you see Ariset and Seville running off into the darkness nearby.
I'm
I
assuming
just
all this
go.
commotion woke me up, right?
Well, the bells are going off, right?
That's right. You heard the bell go off. So I'd say, yeah, Tabitha and Otto, you hear that bell go off, and you're kind of, you've been listening for it, and so your eyes snap open just enough to see if everything's okay, and you see Dagmara just jump up and sprint past you, and looking over, you can see the
Yeah,
three
yeah.
of them kind of disappearing into the darkness.
I'm just gonna, as I get out of my bed, I grab a, hey, mad birds.
Hey, Mad
You all are
guys.
They're
time.
friends. Yes.
You are
Good
just in
timing.
time. So I spring out of my bed because I hear the noise of a creature attacking our campsite, rating us similar to the dastardly mad birds. And I grab a unlit torch out of my pack, and I take it over by the fire and let it ignite, and I rush behind Dagmara with my torch in hand and my sword at the ready and the other.
And Tabitha,
And Tabitha, she wakes up because she's like, did not get enough rest. And she just like kind of shakes Snack awake, and he's like, hey, wake up, you have an intruder. And she grabs rapier in her right hand, and because I imagine she took off her weapons for sleeping. So rapier in her right hand, blink dagger in her left hand, Snack at her side, eye boogers in her eyes, but she's ready to go.
all right. So you're all kind of making your way, and Seville,
We're
you're the
raw.
closest. So
Yeah.
you see, again, you see this woman, and there's some moonlight now that you didn't notice before, but this part of the forest, a little bit away from the campsite, there's a moonlight kind of gleaming in here, and you see this woman again. She's gasping for air, and she's pushing this giant snake that is now dead with Ariset's arrow right through the head, and she kind of steadies herself, and you see the flash of pointed ears on her, and she stands up and brushes off a beautiful, it's kind of a combination between a dress and a cloak. It's very elvish in design, and she's kind of just
Me want
getting
to.
to
I've kind of got my So I've got my rapier up, and I just go Meo Gavanen, and I
and
just
she
kinda
she
dip my
snaps
sword there.
snaps up and backs away, Megavanen, and she looks from you, she looks past you, and she
I
sees
say,
Ariset
Megavonen.
and the others approaching,
And I corrected my
Tabitha's like-
Gavanen.
Megavonen.
Like,
Movaganen.
Nugadoninonin.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
but she seems to have her eyes locked on Ariset, and she takes a step closer. Istan Inivkin. Apologies, I see not everyone here speaks the tongue. I was just saying I thought she looked familiar.
I do speak Elvish, so not very well, but I say back
Same here.
in Elvish, apologies. Yes, it is. It appears that you have ran into one of Anacroly's many dangers.
Indeed.
Did you say you recognize her?
I I thought so. It's just, and as you say that, you kind of realize that this woman is similar to Erisette. Very just, like they could almost be sisters, but there are differences. But she looks at you again and...
Well, I say to...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, I say to Erisette, well, do you recognize her?
And
I mean...
do I, Judd?
I mean, she reminds you of yourself to a degree, but you don't recognize her. And she says, you are Isilme, moon-touched, are you not?
Yes.
I
Yes,
thought
I
so.
am.
We have not seen your kin in our land for many generations. But I apologize. And she kind of snaps to, and you see her shield is lying on the ground, and she puts her foot underneath it and flips it up. As it kind of flips through the air, her arm slides in and grabs it. I must apologize. I'm in rather a hurry for my son. And she turns and looks back. Thank you. And starts to head off into the darkness.
Wait.
Wait, Kunahe.
Wait.
Wait, do you need help? You're out here by yourself. What happened?
I am. I'm tracking my...
speed you need.
I want to see if I believe her.
Yeah, roll an insight check. My son fell prey to a test of ego in Asli, and I thought he had overcome it, and I checked on him in the night, and he was gone. I've been tracking him ever
Where did
since.
you come from?
We were in...
You said a what? He fell prey to what?
We were
A
in
test of ego.
Asli.
Consider me intrigued.
Yes. Bravado. He is young for our people. Yes, we were in Asli.
What is a
You
test
were
of
in
ego?
Asli.
Oh, I don't mean it quite...
What is a test?
Literally, he got into it with some other youths, and he foolishly said that he could get something that... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've tracked him here. I'm a half day behind, and I fear that he may not be alive, and I think he is close by.
I want to try to persuade her to tell us a bit more. I say, no, you see, we are headed to Astley ourselves, and you were quite adept at finding things ourselves. Perhaps if you tell us what it is he sought, we could be of help in this situation.
And Tabitha, what'd you get?
And Tabitha, I only got an 8, but didn't I just get bardically inspired?
No, that was, I'm afraid,
It's already.
I thought I could save it and use it. Okay, I only got an 8.
No, and you technically used it when you're. I cut you off, but you were using it, so that it was already used, but it's expired anyway. So she turns back. Well, you do have some skill. I don't know how you even knew I was there. I wasn't even able to make a sound. But my
What is the tree doing at this point, Judd? Is it still?
It's not
warm?
snaking up
Is it
anymore, but it
calmed
is.
down now?
It is still very warm in your pocket. Yes, just no longer touching your temple.
Do I recognize this woman if she came from Asli? Do I have any?
You don't
memory?
recognize her.
Perhaps you could tell us your son's name and what it was he was looking for. I think we could help you.
He said foolishly that he would retrieve a shadow heart, which I'm sure you may not know, but there are fell trees that come alive in certain dark forests, and if you can find them in their lairs and slay them, it is quite a powerful magical item.
A shard? What was it called? A shard?
A shadow heart. Shadow heart.
A shadow heart.
I don't wish to be rude, but I'm afraid that he might.
How old was your son? Was he a boy or a man or somewhere in between?
Oh, I mean, he's a boy to us, but would appear a man to anyone else. Why? You know.
I mean, he's elvish like you.
Yes.
I go right into Erisette's mind. It's not the Gith. It's not the Gith.
Good. That would have been awkward.
And she
It's really
turns.
awkward if you make them that way.
She turns. It's like, it must be near here. I'm sorry. And she turns away and she's searching, and then she kind of locks eyes on
What news of
one of these massive
what
trees.
news of Asley?
And she just ignores you, and she runs ahead, and you see that there is one of the largest of these massive trees, and it must be 35, 40 foot diameter, the base of this tree. But this one at the bottom has, it's like cleaved open, almost like it has pulled open, and there is a triangular doorway, and it just looks like there is some sort of a pathway down inside the tree. And next to it, you see there's a horse, beautiful gray horse with elven armor on it, tied off. My son's horse. And she hurries even quicker and goes right inside.
Wait.
That. Well, she's just standing at the entrance, and she closes her eyes and listening. And you guys, are you following?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious.
Yeah, and Tabitha, with your 8, you do believe that she's being earnest with you. She seems very urgent and desperate.
Okay, but Tabitha's gonna hang towards the back with Snack and just kind of she's still unsure.
Okay.
She thinks that this woman's being truthful, but she also didn't get enough sleep, so she's in a bad mood.
Okay.
Tennis.
Wait, what is your name?
My name is Rana.
Rana.
I can
How
smell.
did you come across this giant snake that...
I went off my guard. I knew I was close to finding my son, and it got me before I could.
Tell us what you're looking for. Tell us what you're looking for.
I found it. It's down here. I can smell the rot. Do you smell it? And just faintly, you all take a sniff of the air, and there's a putrid, just very slight smell, like rotted vegetables on the air. You can see it smelling, or it's coming out of this entrance.
Do you think herein lies the shadow heart your son went seeking?
But that is his horse right there, so I think so. I think we have found him. What?
Does it remind us of the smelly smell that, what was that little guy who showed us Makutha?
Oh, Geisel?
You're wondering if it happens to
Geisel?
smell just
No.
like him.
Geisel.
It's
Yeah.
different. No, this is
Just 'cause I
definitely
know that was a bad smell.
this is definitely a vegetative smell. Like, if you've ever smelled like a compost heap,
Ew.
sort of. It has that decaying smell to
Absolutely
it.
disgusting. Got it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Faint.
Cooking cabbage or cooking broccoli.
Nasty.
Are you
Right?
and I kind of look
No
at the
good for you.
group. I kind of look at the group and I'm like, does she mean to venture into that alone? Should we maybe offer our assistance?
She has my loyalty. She seems to need help, and her motives seem pure.
She turns, she hears this. I cannot guarantee your safety. Of course, I would welcome any help, but it is not a requirement. Ananalan, what is your name before I go? And she's looking at you, Ariset.
Erset Favriel. And
Ariset.
what is yours?
Rana.
I mean, your last name, your family name.
Just Rana.
What do you mean? What do you mean, just Rana?
That is my name. I'm sorry, I don't have time for a conversation. And you see,
Well,
she starts
I'm
to
in.
reach
Go
out
get
to
nasty.
you, and her hand, as it moves from her to you, it starts to glow with this blue light, and she just touches you on the shoulder, and you feel a warmth spread through you. Should you come and help, that will aid you to some degree. But it is not a requirement. Again, thank you all. And she turns and she heads in. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going. I'm going with her immediately. I mean, right? Seville, will you come with me?
I'll be there, lass.
Well,
Oh.
I suppose Asley's not going anywhere, as far as we know, and I follow them.
Just a little nighttime fun. Let's go get it on, folks.
Tabitha
Okay.
is so mad that she didn't get enough rest, but she follows after.
And
I
Dagmara?
cautiously look back to the campsite, and this doesn't quite feel right at all. Take a deep breath.
Are we
and-
leaving all of our
Right.
jewels and stuff at the
I
campsite?
mean, you don't have to come. You could stay here. This should be very quick because she's just going in to get her son. We'll be right back.
However would you know that it was
Well, a
going
lot
to be
of things
quick?
have been quick so far. And
What?
Famous
How did
last
give you
words.
the idea that you're going to be quick?
Okay,
Well,
Tabitha's decided. Tabitha's turned back, and she's not comfortable with leaving a bunch of valuables out. So she's gonna go and kind of like collect all the all the like fancy stuff that people have, and try to like put it in a knapsack.
I'll come with you.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm
Okay.
just asking, are they always like this impulsive and going into danger?
Just go for anything that comes up.
All right, and the rest of you head down, and again, the air here is moist, and you're just on that outside edge of this smell. But with every step, it gets more. Oh no, we lost Azar, and it's changed. Oh, what did you do?
I'm Peter now, though.
Azar, you can't
Did
touch
you
your
really miss
phone.
me?
Yes, you changed
Wild
everything.
salt.
I didn't. It told me low power mode, and then all of a sudden, I did some shit to you. I don't know. I'm
okay,
so
all right.
sorry.
Well,
That's okay. You're back now.
it's okay.
Am I
Let me.
back? I mean, good.
Let me very quickly move because
La, la,
everybody's in a
la.
different spot. I love it. I love Zoom
So
instead of being on
Dagmara.
set.
It's all right.
I'm civil right now.
Dagmara,
Yes, sir.
I'm Ariset.
do we stay at this campsite, or are we gonna head after them after we've gathered people's things? What do you think we're gonna choose?
Goodness, I kind of don't want to miss an adventure as much as I don't want to stray away from our path. I'm
I was
like, I think we
guaranteed it
both
was
look
gonna
at
be
each other
quick.
like, we look, we're like, yeah, let's just go.
I was guaranteed this was going to be a quick in and out, so.
You were guaranteed, yeah, sounds like
Tabby's
you're guaranteed.
back is huge. She
Is this
has all of everyone's shit with her. She's
All
just
right.
like, I'm not leaving this stuff behind.
I probably help her like push the backpack through the
Looks
doorway.
like a middle school student who's like really scrawny with like 12 textbooks.
Okay, keep chatting. I'm fixing the other screen. Sorry, one moment.
In case any of you haven't been here with us, we made camp and we're, it looks like venturing into a tree's opening to help a woman, an elven woman, find her lost son. So this
Who's
is
a
some
total
interesting-
stranger.
Total stranger.
And a
stranger.
shadow heart.
She was
And
just
hopefully
wrapped in a
the shadow heart
snake.
He was originally seeking, which might come in handy.
Yeah, well, I mean, perhaps I think any of you who know our stream, the mention of a shadow heart, he may not have made it clear in his expression, but Otto is interested.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
All right.
thinking
anything that involves shadow
Very
or darkness.
So,
is interesting.
Ariset, Seville, Otto, as you quickly catch up to Rana and you make your way down this narrow, it seems very naturally occurring, this cave as it twists down into the ground. Ariset, you stumble as it shifts to almost like a really rough hewn stone steps, and they're quite large in between the flights of these steps, but you make your way down and you emerge at the bottom. There is a cave mouth here. And Quest and Chaos! Thanks for the raid, everyone.
We actually have both of those kind of happening right now.
That's
We have
right.
both
It's good
Quest and
timing.
Chaos.
Great timing for the raid. Because as they make their way down this little way in this tree, and you come to this mouth of this big cave, you all see this before you. You can see
Planning this all along.
through. It was up to you to. It was up to you to go there.
Go in the tree? Are you sure?
Please go in the tree.
I
Please
just
go
want
in
to
the
make sure you guys were positive that you want to go in the tree or not.
You don't have to, but I got this whole thing set up, so I'm really glad you did.
I'm really glad we did because that looks great.
Imagine if we were like, no, we're just gonna move on.
I would cry. I'd start crying. You'd see me crying. All right. So Thank you for all our new followers. So what you see before you, and Rana takes one step out into this cavern, and it is 40 foot high. It's about, it looks like around 100 feet of this length and pretty wide too, about 80 feet wide. And there's this, you hear this trickling of water as it seems to be coming from the rock on the far side, forming this stream that cuts this cavern in two. And you see Rana looking and taking a few more steps, and she pulls her shield up, and you hear her mutter some arcane words, and this light just explodes from her shield. And you see on the far side of this cavern, there is a lone tree that is upraised on this mound of rock and dirt. And in its grasp is an elven man who is just limp as the branches seem to be holding this person like giant fingers around his torso. And she almost falls like, no! And she immediately, you see her do something else to her shield, and this massive beam of white light shoots out and hits this tree, and suddenly this tree immediately transforms from this stationary, normal but slightly rotted looking tree to its eyes snap open, and you see bits of bark get blasted off of from this, whatever this spell that she just cast on it, and it leaps down, splashing into the water.
It's an ent.
It's an ent.
It's a treant. They were sued by Tolkien. We have to call it a treant. Let me see if I can get in tighter on.
And it doesn't. But you know what?
Wow.
In your legal defense, Judd, this doesn't look slow or pondering. This looks like a mean.
Yeah. It just jumped.
Don't be hasty.
It looks like he's being a little hasty right now.
You can see.
Hasty and tasty. Hasty and tasty.
Tabitha's just like under her breath. She's like, "Oh, follow the stranger, you say."
Oops.
And I kind of smirk as I draw my sword.
Yep.
And Tabitha
Rapier's
and I look
coming
at each
out.
other like, here
Okay.
And
I need you all to roll initiative.
You're on initiative.
And I forgot to change to the right music, but now I got the right music playing, so.
There ain't nothing like it, brother. All right.
All right, so.
My initiative is not great.
all right.
So Tabitha and Dagmara, you're not there yet. You are still, because this is happening simultaneously as you're back at camp, hiding your valuables.
But we went after them after we gathered everything.
I know, but this is happening same time. So as they went down, you went back to camp. So now they're locked in initiative, and you're gonna have to join late. So.
You guys just spend like 15 rounds packing up stuff and
let me back this out
meet
again.
us here.
No, we won't make you wait that long.
Of our possessions.
You guys just chill for a little bit. Each round is 6 seconds, so just hurry up.
Yay.
I rolled pretty good initiative too, so I mean, I'm not gonna say this
I'll
stuff's
generously
really
let
bad,
you
but-
hold on to it till you come in. And we'll put you in the initiative order. Okay. All right. So let's get this started. Give me 20 to
Lock and
25.
load.
Oh boy.
Everybody,
Okay.
get your weapons.
Hold on. I
You
haven't.
could just start at 10, right? We never. roll
I
high.
know, right? Oh.
You're going about this in a silly, long-winded way. It's just we only roll 1 through 5. So
15, 20. Oh my God, you're not 16. Okay, all right. Seville, 16. All right, 10, 15. Anyone?
Oh,
Wow, 5, 10.
I mean, I got 13, if that mattered.
I got a 5.
You got a 5 and what? 8 for? Oh my God. Oh, that's not good. Okay, 5 out of set. And let me roll for Rana. I will use my special good person dice. Oh, and I rolled a 1 for Rana. So that's not good. Let me pull
That's
her
all
out.
right. She's right near us. We can stick together.
Yeah.
That's not good.
You and I just look at each other like we both rolled ones, and I just keep looking at her, trying to figure out like, do I know her or where do I know her? Like,
That's why you guys are slow to combat. Right as the tree pops out, you both are like, "Was it at that reunion? Or was it?" I don't know.
Luckily, this first blast that you saw her do, not the light, but the other one, which she really seemed to channel some immense power that blasted through this cavern, blowing bits of bark off of this thing. Definitely, she got in a nice little bonus attack. So, first up is Seville.
All right, where am I on the board, please?
Okay, so you are. So this is Rana here. You're all
Bottom left
behind.
corner, am I seeing it?
Yeah, let me see. I can show you there. You can see there's like some stairs here, and you're all
Okay.
in the stairs there.
All right. Let's see, gotcha there. So I got like 5, 10, 15, 20.
So
25.
you
Okay,
are-
so
yeah.
I'm going to move to that
Actually-
big
So cool.
I'm gonna swap this out.
stalagmite.
Okay. You want to
If I
move that
can-
direction? Okay. All right. Let me
Yeah, because
center
I'm
the
not on
board.
the other side of the lake, right?
No, you're on the.
Yeah.
We'll call it the north side
Got it.
of the stream
Got
here.
it. North of the lake, north of the stream, not
Okay,
the
I'm
lake. The
just going to
stream.
say you push
right.
past Ariset, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How far do you want to go?
I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna my full movement. So, or let's do dash.
Okay.
That's 60.
No, that's only the 35, 40. That's 40 total.
Yeah. So get me right behind there. I'm going to, as I'm passing by, I'm going to hit this thing with a mind hammer.
Go ahead.
Mind hammer.
I'll go ahead and roll Mind Hammer. Let me see. Con.
Does it have a mind?
Does it have a mind?
That is, yeah, that's 22. So I'm thinking that saved. Yeah.
Yeah, close, close.
As you run by and you concentrate mentally on it, and it just like, you just feel like it's deflected. It can't even get close to this, the mental.
All right. I'm just going to tuck in and hide behind that stalagmite.
Okay, great. Now it is up,
Come
and
on out. Come on out.
and it sees you. Let's see. It's gonna come.
Meanwhile, Tabby and I are running in slow motion, like.
Right. No, you guys are probably still packing everything up.
No, we're on the way down. I will not be silenced. That's what we're doing.
Well, just make sure it's all neat. You know, some of that
It's
was
not
my
doing
stuff.
that yet. Okay.
Well, you
So it
know
can't get me, right?
Otto's wax
It's
is
not-
like
it's-
homemade is like
It-
flying out.
Everything's dripping. Yeah.
Roll a dex saving throw, Seville. As you see, it can't quite get you for a melee attack, but you see vines explode out of it and start to snake through the air, coming right at you.
Hey, we need a
Alright.
we need a big roll here, Bubba.
Oh, buddy, I got one for you. Deck saving,
Yep. What do you got?
25.
Okay, so
Whee!
yeah,
Come on.
it comes. You duck right over, and it goes right over your head and comes back and misses you.
So it's like, whew.
That's actually its turn this time, and you see it's still carrying this body of this person in its grasp. Okay, Otto, you're up.
Okay, I will emerge from the stairs, and can you kind of maybe point out on the map where I am once I come down, and then show me where the tree is?
So you're here. You've got 10 feet of movement to get to this spot, and the tree is off diagonally that way. I thought I had a high contrasty thing. It's like basically camouflage.
No, I can. It is a little bit, but now that I thought that's where it was, so I kind of see it.
Here, we can
So
go
I'm
in
used
tighter
to
on
kn-
it. Since we're
Is there any? Okay, yeah, the zooming in helps. I was just trying to see what the terrain like levels were in terms of
it's-
cover and whatnot.
It's all pretty flat in here. There's this large stalagmite right here.
Yeah.
There's this this stream of water doesn't look very deep. There are other structures on the other side that you might be able to hide behind.
Yeah.
Other than that, the walls are, it looks like fairly carved out in here.
Okay, cool. I will.
And of course,
Once I
there's
come
still,
down to-
you can kind of go back up in the stair to have full cover as well.
Right. I will reach out a hand once I lock eyes with this tree trying to attack my dear friend, Seville. And I will, in the infernal tongue, let out another curse on it, but not a hex, as I have more recently. I will cast Bane on it. It will, and it's the only hostile target I see around me, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I will cast Bane on it, and it makes a Charisma saving throw.
Okay. Charisma has, it's got a negative to charisma. It's not that personable.
I thought it might not be.
But
so,
it rolled
so
fairly
good.
high. I get 15. What's the save?
Wooden personality.
I'm
Wow.
afraid you would have needed a 17.
Oh, so I rolled an 18, but it's got
You
-3 to charisma. So, okay, so it is baned.
Well,
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
so what
right.
that means is I'm concentrating on that spell now. Oh, by the way, I love the material component, a drop of blood.
Oh.
So a little prick of the finger, and perhaps a bit of blood magic from our bard. And he basically now, anytime that the treant makes an attack roll or a saving throw, you roll a d4 and subtract it from what you roll.
Heck yeah.
So it's like weakened by the curse. That's my action.
Okay.
As my bonus action, I duck back kind of like into the stairwell, and I
Okay.
look at, I believe, Tabby is not gone yet, right?
She's not here
I'm
yet.
not there yet. I'm walking down.
Right. Well, yes, that's true. Who's near me in the stairwell right now?
Erisette.
Okay, I look at Erisette and I'm like, all right, I think the spell took hold and weakened it. Now go over there and save your lover boy. And I give you a bardic inspiration,
All right.
Right.
which is my bonus action, and that will complete my turn.
Awesome. Okay. Erisette, you are up.
Okay, I cast Zephyr Strike, which means I move like the wind, and my movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and I give myself advantage once before the spell ends, which
Okay.
is up to a minute. So I roll an extra d8 damage on my hit, and my walking speed increases by 30 feet until the end of my turn.
Awesome.
So, Zephyr Strike.
So,
She's a Zephyr, folks.
I just run towards it like, and I actually jump right on it, and I stab it first.
hey, we're going bold with it.
What's going on here?
I
Okay.
stab it first with my rapier. Okay, I'm trying to
You
like
okay?
an uppercut.
Hold on.
kinda
Before you describe, that's how close you can get. If you can see on the screen, you are another 10 feet away from it. So that's you could get there, but then you wouldn't have an attack action. So,
I thought it increases
Well, remember,
by
Zephyr
30
Fight
feet.
increases her.
oh, I'm sorry.
Increases.
Yeah,
I get
sorry.
an extra 30 feet.
I forgot. Okay, so yeah, you're up on him. Let's see if I can get you in there.
Oh, I'm just straight up on it. Like on
Okay.
its grill.
All right.
And
Roll it.
and I stab upward to try to not only attack and hurt this thing, but also see if I can cut the boy free at all.
Do it for
Okay.
Ugly
First
the
hit.
Mercy.
My first hit, that's what I do.
Okay. What do you get?
Oh, I get I'll get with my dagger, I get
15 plus 7, which is a 23.
That definitely hits.
2, right?
All right.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's right.
So
It's well over.
But yeah.
get my extra D8 on both because I have two strikes. I mean two. So I got a natural 20 just now.
Oh wow.
Hit it, girl.
20
So-
plus 8 would be 28. No. Wait,
So-
that was a.
Are you
Hold
rolling?
on. That's.
Are you rolling your second attack or your damage?
I don't know. I was trying to roll my damage, so I just rolled the wrong die. Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna let you have it if you said your second attack, but appreciate your honesty.
Oh, bummer.
What? But I get an advantage on this, so I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
You know what you're doing over there? You're not confused over there, right?
A little bit. So
I don't know.
got
I don't know
a
what's happening.
7.
Okay.
I got a 7.
She's kicking ass, okay? We just have to figure out some of the details.
Hey.
Side, yeah, I'm on it. So so it's a 7 plus an extra 1d8 force damage on my hit. So it's 15 of force damage on the hit.
15. Okay,
That's
great.
great.
Nice.
That's your first hit.
And
Yes.
okay, and then I get my bow, my.
Well,
Is
you're
it possible to use my longbow? I can't
no,
say.
you're in melee now. I mean, you could do it, but you'd be at disadvantage. But
Yeah.
Basically, you best just keep stabbing, I think.
All right. So then, just like Cujo style, like or whatever, like Chucky style, I'm just
okay.
and I just stab again.
Chopping some wood. All right, roll your second attack.
Okay.
See if you get another 20.
Oh wait, right now I gotta roll the 20. I was rolling wrong again. Okay, go.
Go home, you're drunk.
Oh no.
Look,
I
guys.
got 18.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it definitely hits.
All right.
Roll your
okay,
damage.
yeah.
That's my 18 plus 7. So that's actually a 25. So I guess it doesn't matter. Now I do my damage.
I
And
think
don't-
the new elf has really like gotten something into you.
Trying to show off what the other elf.
Yeah.
12 plus the 1d8, right? Because I think my Zephyr Strike is
I
for
don't
both
know.
hits.
I think it's just the
Hold on.
next attack you make.
Yeah, let me see. I think it is just one attack.
Anyway, someone in the chat could help us.
It's a 12 of damage,
Yep, it's just
or maybe a 20
you.
of damage. I'm
No,
not
no,
sure.
no. You just get it. You get it one time. So 12 damage.
All right, 12 of damage.
Still, 27
That's very
points
good.
total damage. Pretty great.
Yeah.
We'll take both.
So
Do
and
I
We will
succeed
accept
in
that.
being boy?
I'll say that's
Because I'm
enough
really
damage
trying
where
to
you
not
just
only hurt her.
one of your attacks, you just cut off the limb that's holding the boy, and you see the body just
Yes.
falls.
Nice.
The branches shatter away,
Yes.
exposing the body.
Perfect.
And
So-
Good.
all right,
And
hold on.
then I run back away from this thing. I run off of it and I scuttle back toward Otto.
You run off
and
of
I
it, or
say-
do you do some kind of cool backflippy thing? I mean, not to
Oh,
lead you, but
shoot.
seems like
I forgot I had bardic inspiration.
You wouldn't
And-
really needed it.
Yeah,
you just,
yeah, you don't need it.
You have it
Alright.
for the next minute, and or I think it's 10 minutes actually, and
Okay,
see if I
yeah.
you can add it to anything, even a saving throw,
See if I can't get it.
or an attack roll,
Okay.
or like a check, like if you make one right now to try and jump off, you could add it to that too.
I don't need it because I use Zephyr Strike, so there's no opportunity attack. So I can get away.
Oh, I just meant
Well,
if you needed to leap
yeah.
down or something.
Oh,
No, it's okay. I just say you jump off, you do something cool, and where do you want to go?
back to Otto.
Okay, so you had double speed.
And I say, try to get the boy.
Or no,
Come
an extra 30, I think. So
Right, so
yes.
double because she's normally 30, so that's
Yeah,
40.
I feel like I should be.
So I just watch her go by, and I'm like, where are you going?
55. So
I
you
say,
can
I'm
get back
fucking
here.
back, but I'm from a distance.
Arisa, you can get about halfway.
Boy.
You can get about halfway back to where you came out from the entrance using your full
That's fine.
60. Okay. Okay, great.
And I keep saying, get the boy, get the boy.
Okay, now Rana's turn. And she runs closer to you, almost like she's giving you cover for a moment as you're starting to fall back. And you can see she's just so intense looking. There's so much anger and pain on her face. She is going to pass you by and get over here past Seville, where she's got a clear line of sight. And then you see her hand kind of scoops through the air, and as it starts to blast forward, you just see this cone of fire erupt out of her hand and just blast. And the fire just hits this tree and let me see what happens here.
NPC strength.
She's gonna cast that.
His distant cousin can do.
She's gonna cast it at 4th level.
All right then. Okay.
And let me see. I think
Just get this one.
it's got a dex save. Let me see what it gets. Hell. Oh, that definitely.
Shining us a little bit.
That definitely fails.
I mean, I haven't gotten there yet.
So you see, so 22 points of damage as you see this fire just eats into this thing. Seems to be catching pretty quickly. All right.
All right.
Oh, I'm like, what happened to music? Okay. And then bonus action.
All right.
She is.
Bonus action.
She's just going to. Actually, she's going to stay where she's at. She's her eyes flicking to her son's body, trying to. Still trying to ascertain if he's alive at all. Thank you. Seville, we're back to you. Tabitha and Dagmara, you'll come in after this round.
All right.
So give me your initiatives.
Grab the body.
So I can plop you in.
Coming. Okay.
Thank you for
I
the cheer.
had 20.
20. Okay.
Not natural, but 20.
And Dagmara, what'd you get?
I got a 13.
13. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Seville, go ahead.
Okay. I'm stepping up into it.
Okay.
All right. And that might have been a miss. 13.
13 misses. So you step up to it with your rapier, and
Yep.
you hit it, and your rapier hits it, but it just happens to hit a part of the bark that's really strong and just kind of deflects off of it. What are you doing?
All right. So that's my action. I can't interact with the body. So I'm going to back out of its melee. I'm going to come back into the stalag. I'm going to start wrapping my way around the back of this thing. So I'm going to try to hit it with another mind hammer, but I'm moving back to the stalagmite and I'm wrapping around.
Okay.
To just follow that.
That's a
Follow that stalagmite around.
That's a 23 for the save.
For what?
Did you mind hammer it?
Oh, mind hammer. Yeah, I thought you meant for something else. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
No, I'm staying. I'm not going. I'm staying with the stalagmite, but I'm gonna wrap around.
Just
so put me back to the.
like right there.
Yeah, we're hiding, so he can't get me.
Oh, well,
So
I'm
just
sorry.
back it up. No,
Sorry,
I don't even want to be.
You want to be hidden. Got it. There you go.
I want to be hidden right there.
Now, had your DM not painted the monster in complete camouflage colors, I swear I thought this thing would look different. It looks exactly. Should have painted it orange or something. Apologies. This is what it is. Is it moving? Here's the tree ant. Okay. Great. Is that the rest of your turn? You done? Anything else?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So it is actually going. It's tree ant's turn. It's gonna turn, and because it's still on fire, it's moving over to the water, and you see it just bends down and puts the upper part of its body in the water, dousing the flame. But that's its
Smart.
action. And it turns. It's right next to you, Seville. And once again, you see Vine shoots out. Do another dex save.
That is a 16.
Yeah, you saved. This time it came a lot closer. It started to wrap around you, but you managed to slip out of it, and it pulls the vine back. I think. No, it gets one more attack. It's right next to you. As it misses that vine,
Well, did it take an action to put
it did take an action, but yeah, it does still get one.
Three
Yeah,
attacks.
it gets 2 actions, so, and a bonus action. So use one action to put out the flame. Second one's just going to come down with a slam. One of the branches on you. Let's see. Nope. Something about, as the vine pulled back, you saw it coming down. You just very easily step out of the way. Rock splashes up as this massive branch pulls back. And now that is its turn. Okay. Otto, you're up. Airset, you're next.
Yes, sir.
And you are still back
I'm
hidden
going to-
in the stairway. I'll put you right.
Yes, of course.
So you can see yourself.
I come back down Yep, I come down the stairs.
Yep.
Where could you point out the boy for me who was in its grasp?
You see he's like got a white jacket on. He's on the, you see?
Yeah, how far away is he from me?
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Okay, so I've only used 10 movement to come down. I'll move like another 10 feet in that direction toward him and I should be fine.
Okay.
And then I will use a bonus action to cast the spell Healing Word, which is actually anyone within 60 feet of me. So I will cast that and see if that helps him at all.
Okay, so as you release the magical energy, you see it shoot through the air and kind of coalesce around the body, but very quickly fizzle. There's no movement of the body.
And so I just yell out, I think the boy's dead, but the tree's still not. And I continue blasting it. I'll use my action to send 2 beams of my empowered Eldritch Blast its way. So the first one is only an 11 to hit.
That misses. It just hits and just deflects off of this kind of rotted wood exterior of this evil tree.
All right, the second one's 19.
19 definitely hits.
Okay, so I deal 11 force damage.
Nice
to
job.
It.
Okay. So the first one bounces off, but the second one just finds great purchase and hits right. You see one of the boughs, like one of its arms almost just gets blasted off, and bark. You see it just looks at you, its face cracking with anger and hatred.
Finish it!
Focusing on you. Okay. Erisette, you're up.
Okay, I start letting fly with my bow at it, and I first go with the longbow.
Okay.
Okay.
And friendly reminder, you have a bardic inspiration from me if you want to add it to your roll at any point.
Yeah, exactly. Although I just got 18, I would hope that's enough to hit.
That hits.
All right.
Yay.
Nice.
Okay.
You guys are gonna destroy this thing before we
All
jump
right.
in.
We're too fast.
Yeah, got 12 of damage on that one.
Okay.
Okay. And actually, it's working well, so I just let another arrow notch it and go right after it again with the 1-2 punch.
Okay.
Okay, and that would be a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
So
Nice job.
there we go with
Dude, on fire.
another 8, so that's 12 of damage again. on this
Wow.
thing.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. Yes.
And you
So
and Rana's looking over at you
24.
with approval as you just let these 2 arrows
Yeah.
fly, and you just
So-
see them digging into the rotted wood of this creature and just breaks them off, but it's definitely, you see this like sappy blood dripping out, and it's all this like gurgling ugly green color.
and I want to run to help pull Seville farther away from the tendrils. I have my movement, so I feel like I could do it.
Come on.
All right, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I yell.
Well,
Are you sure?
Keep
Okay.
firing. Keep firing.
Okay. All right, then I don't. I check
Okay.
in, but he says he's fine, so I stay where I am. So that it can't get me.
okay.
Well, I move farther back, actually. So I'm farther away in case it tries to snap me with a tendril as well.
Okay, so you can go either directly straight back to the wall here, or you can kind of go back toward the door where you came out.
Yeah, I want to flank Otto.
Okay. So just
Why?
so
So you can kill me like you told the party without me hearing the other day?
Ooh, you heard that? Awkward.
Rana
No.
now.
Listen, and
Hold
I
on.
do say, I say.
No, you
Go
can't.
ahead.
It's combat. You can't say that right now. Rana runs over
Okay.
to her boy. You see that she grabs her boy and starts pulling him. Lifting him. Let's see. And it's gonna stop like right here. And that's gonna be her action. I don't think she has any bonus actions. You see her quickly duck down
Does
and
he look
start.
dead?
He looks dead to you guys, and you see she's muttering something over his body, and her hands are moving, and you're seeing this soft white light kind of just drift down from her hand and like trying to soak into the body, and she's no, and she's like hitting the ground. That is it for Rana's turn. Tabitha. You hear this scream and all the commotion of this battle, and racing down the stairs, you emerge and see before you this large cavern, this rotted evil tree standing before you,
Okay.
and the stream that cuts through. What would you like to do?
Okay, so she immediately pulls out her crossbow. She's had good luck with it lately.
Okay.
And she aims the crossbow for, you said this tree and has eyes. So she's going for
It has a
an
face.
eye.
Okay, go for an eye.
The trees have eyes, people.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So that's what her first move.
Okay. Roll foil attack.
And like as you jump down, I'm like, welcome to the party.
Thanks. So she only got a 13 on that.
That misses.
Is it hit?
And you're
Okay.
trying to go for that head, and it's moving, and the bolt just goes right past it.
Okay, fair enough. So she's gonna switch gears real quick, and she is looking for a way to stealth, sneak up, hide, and get closer to it.
Okay.
So, what is there to hide in? And sorry, it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Let's go back to our wide camera so you can see the whole kind of map. Whoops.
And if you could just point where, I think I know where I am and where the tree is.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll move you up a little bit so we can see you. So there you are, lower left. The tree is right here in the middle. Mm-hmm. And then you see, actually, sorry, I need to tilt it down a little bit more. There's some, on the close side of the river, or the stream here, you can see there's this like rocky outcropping here, which is more than enough cover for you over there.
Great. So I imagine she has her full action left. She does a cute hop over the river and then swiftly ducks behind and kind of creeps alongside to try to get a sneak attack on her next move per chance.
Okay. I would say using your bonus action, you can probably get enough distance to get there. So 5, 10, 15, or the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Yeah, you can get on the far side of that cropping, either completely hidden if you want to stay out of its view for this turn. You can stop a little bit closer, right there, and it can't see you at all.
That's perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect.
So we'll get you a bit closer. Okay, great. And did you bring Snack with you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what would you like to do with Snack?
So Snack is just going to. Well, Seville is down, right?
No, he's standing, but he's right at the foot of this creature.
Okay.
You're thinking of her,
I'm toe-to-toe.
dead son who's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and the mom, the new character, Elf Lady, is focused on. So I'm gonna like the Snack and point towards them to kind of like be the eyes and ears and attack while they're focused on healing.
Okay, so.
And so he's just gonna go over to them and like.
Okay, so you see Snack.
I don't know where that is. It's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, I'll say kind of over here. So he's also out of the range of the. We're kind of hidden by the stalagmite here.
Perfect.
But keeping an eye on them. Stealthing over there. Okay, great. So that's Tabitha. Seville, you're up.
All right. So I'm toe-to-toe with this thing here.
Yep.
And I am going to draw deep into myself and bring out a new Mendeletal power that I've been working on. And I unleash synaptic shock.
What is that?
Tell us what it is.
I can violently interfere with a target's neural network, paralyzing the target for 1 minute if it fails its save.
Okay.
Wow.
Is it con save?
Con save.
Neat, my
Now,
friend.
charisma it may not have, but con, well, now you've got me worried.
Yeah, that's a 20.
That's bullshit.
This thing has a +5 to its con.
You must play to its weaknesses, you see.
Well, let's try. All right.
Here it is again.
I'm going in. I'm attacking this thing.
Okay, go for it.
All right. 18 plus blah, blah, blah.
That hits.
18 plus 8. All right. I am using some fancy footwork, so I am going to sneak attack this.
Yeah,
and,
you are.
Enact Booming Blade on this attack.
Go for it.
So that's an 8 plus 5, so we're starting at 13 there.
13, okay.
13, then the Booming Blade, and that's another 5, so that's 18.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And sneak attack, because I am a swashbuckler. Get my own
Yep, and
here.
you're solo.
And
Yep.
and I'm solo, so that's another 9. That's another 12.
Oof. Wow. Those are big. So, 25, 30 points of total damage on that turn. Nice job.
All right. And I am backing away from it. I'm moving my full distance back to the party. And off to, I'll back around where Otto is, and I'll pull back and I'll start yelling at it. It now is encased in a thunderous sheath, so if it moves, it's taking 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, great. Now it looks at you all kind of lined up there,
Twiggy.
and you see just goes, and this cloud of acid shoots out at all of you.
Acid?
Let me.
Oh no.
No one said anything about acid.
Yes, give me a Constitution saving throw. Otto, Seville, Ariset, and Rana. I'll roll for Rana.
All right, that's 21 for me.
17 for me.
You save, you save.
I got.
Yay.
Right back at you, Mr. Twiggy. Right back at you.
14. Although I have Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, that would be a good time to use
You have to use it before I tell you the outcome.
I would use it right now if I were you.
I would. Yeah.
Come on, Narasage, you can do
Get a
it.
6. Get a 6.
Got the
Get a
same
6.
thing. I got a 14 again.
Well, no, but you don't re-roll. You
No,
roll
you just roll a d6 and add it to your 14.
Just like a regular.
God. Okay.
Well, weird that you did that.
Weird?
Damn. My God.
Oh yeah, I got a 6. So thankfully I got a
And you save.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, and Rana does not. All right,
Wow.
so it
Or her
is.
dead son? Jesus.
It is 6d6 poison. You guys will take half of this.
Damn.
Good
Well,
thing
I have a
didn't
feeling
burn it.
Eris-
And
I think that Seville might end up taking even less of it.
it's 24 total. So you
Yep.
take, if you saved, you take 12.
Okay.
But Rana took a big hit.
Oh, wow. Oh, so tragic.
Oh, does I don't know if Snack would get an
Snack
opportunity
is-
attack since he's watching over them.
Um,
And
I think he has to be near the tree.
Yeah, well, first of all, Snack does not get hit by the cone of acid, which is good. So he didn't.
which is dope.
Did not have to roll a save there. I think you were holding an action for Snack though. What did you said when they get attacked? Do you want to send Snack into battle, or what were you thinking? I should have asked you at the time.
That's okay. I am taking a look at her capabilities. Okay, so it's going to do a jumping claw attack.
Oh, okay.
So
All So yeah, so Snack watches this poison erupt out of the tree, and it just. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, it can get there. Roll its attack.
okay, it is claw attacks +4 1d6 slashing.
So you add 4 to your d20 roll.
Okay, so roll a d20. Got it. Okay, so that's 17 + 4.
Yep.
And then we're getting 1d6 slashing. Oh, that was only 1.
Okay, so 1 point.
But he hit.
No, it definitely
He
hits.
hit. He hit. Okay.
That's it. So, Judd, you said how much acid damage on the half?
12. And his Snack.
And I've taken another half of that, so just 6.
Snack has more action and would like to disengage.
Snack can't disengage, but we can just turn and try to get
Just,
away.
Scurry away.
What I'm trying to look what its total speed is. Can't remember what I wrote.
Oh, the
50.
speed is. How do you know that? You're so good.
Yeah, I just remember you said it from
50.
last time.
It is
You got
50.
plenty.
Because
So
I remember everybody said, "Oh wow," so I remember that.
Yeah.
yeah, so basically it goes back to its spot. It will get an opportunity attack, so we'll see if it gets hit. That's a nat 20, unfortunately.
Oh,
So you see as it starts to go away, a
Oh,
foot just comes up, goes down on it. So,
Kevin is like, no.
oof. Let me see what we got here.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's
I rolled poorly though. So it's 11 points of damage. Oh, sorry, it's doubled. So that's
Snack is strong.
so it's 22 points total. So I'm guessing that Snack is out.
Why? Yeah.
What?
Why is it
Is
so
out.
high? Just out of curiosity.
because he critted.
I critted.
I thought you said he rolled bad.
The damage I rolled good damage for Snack because I rolled really low, but I forgot it was a crit, so it doubled. So Snack, yeah. So
Max HP.
Yeah, what is-
AC is 12.
No, HP.
HP is 13.
so
He's
yeah,
very nearly dead.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
Well, you already know how I'm gonna feel about that.
Oh my gosh.
okay, so we're actually still on the Treant's turn. It did its breath weapon, and this happened.
Killed Snack.
Killed Snack.
Killed Snack.
And
It's got some more stuff going on.
Had a
to
snack.
move forward here, and let's see. It
All right,
rolls.
that's 2d8 thunder damage.
No problem. Roll it. Tell me what you got. Otto, do a dex save for
13
me as you
points.
see a vine shoot out right for you. 13?
13 points of thunder damage.
11 plus 6, 17.
Okay, so ready for it. Having seen it a few times, you managed to dodge and kind of hit it with your sword.
I thought you might do that.
As it snakes it back up. It's going to continue its movement here right on top of all of you. but that is all it can do this turn. Dagmara, you are on the battlefield.
Snappy.
Ooh.
Come on,
Okay.
Dags. Light it up.
I just come in and I just see this demolition and chaos going on, and I immediately just focus on Snack. The second time I've seen him down, so I want to run up to him
Feels excessive.
and
Animal abuse.
And poor thing, I want to use my healing kit on him because I can that way bring him up so he doesn't have to do any death saves. I can bring him up to some hit points. And I don't know if that's gonna be my whole turn, but I'll do that.
So, in order to get there, you'll have to make it past the tree ant. You have to go right by it, and it will get.
Okay.
Well, you can actually stay in the.
I think it's already used its reaction to make an
reaction already.
opportunity attack.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well,
Good.
you just arrived, but I'm gonna say that's fine. Yeah. So.
But
I can then.
No, I know, but she wouldn't know that. It's all right.
Well, I can then make it a point to get to Snack, but to
Okay.
do that, if the tree's in my way.
No, you
in
can
that
make it around.
case-
You can make it around. So you're
Can I?
right in front of Snack.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Like, I just get down. I'm like, it's all right, little boy. I mean, girl. Sorry, big girl. And I just I start to bandage her wounds. Do I have anything else after this turn? After this action?
Any bonus actions? But if you look on your sheet.
Okay. Yes. So I would say after I bandage her, so I've got 2-weapon fighting, so I don't know how close I can.
No, but you
to
didn't make a melee attack on your first
Three.
turn, so you can't trigger that one.
So I can't.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'll just, if I can, I mean, I know that Snack is pretty heavy, but if I can try to pull her with me, to get her as far away as possible, maybe closer to a piece of shrubbery or these
I'd
roots
say
or something stone.
the bandaging is really going to be your action. I like picking Snack up and dragging it would be an alternate action. So
that would be an extra.
yeah.
Okay.
So instead, you've
Well, then I'll
you've
just
gone
give her
down and
back
you've
to
stabilized.
some-
Oh, and Judge, shame on all of us. I think you've been forgetting to add Bane to everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what does Bane do?
And you're
The
right.
curse I put on it on my first.
And I was holding a D4 in my hand, so I wouldn't forget, and I totally forgot why I was handling
Well.
it. It's okay. I don't think we've actually had anything
That's what-
close though, but we'll well, let's see. Yeah, so actually it wouldn't have
I think it
critted.
should
It wouldn't have critted. We'll take away the crit on Snack. So
Okay.
I'm gonna we're gonna retcon
That's a
some of this
victorious
stuff.
thing.
So Snack has how many hit
Well, and
points?
also
13, I believe. Let me
13.
just double check for you guys. Yes.
Yeah.
13.
And what did I think I
I
rolled
think
12?
technically it was 11, so it would
11.
still be kind of up, I think,
Yeah.
if you,
All right.
if you go that route. But I also I made a concentration check after I took the little bit of damage from the spell, and I did maintain concentration on it.
Oh, thank you for remembering that. Okay, so Dagmara,
Yeah.
scratch that. Snack is up.
Scratch that.
You've stepped
Ooh,
out
we're
and
going
you
back.
see
Reverse.
Snack retreat as this giant tree is right in front of all of you. Let's see if I can get any-
Nice.
anytime.
Nice.
Right there in front of me.
It's a miracle.
Thank you for subscribing.
I know it is.
Wow,
It
all of a
is.
sudden, wow, we're
It
just
is a
back in time.
miracle.
And who do we have to thank for the miracle? Chad.
Chad does it.
Don't I always do it every time? I mean, it's
Oh, you
almost like.
kind of saved my life just now. So
And here you guys,
up.
you guys would dare question poor Otto when he's just such a good boy.
Okay. Chad saved the day. Otto is.
Okay.
We're still.
Dagmara, what are you doing?
I am going to step up to the tree, and it looks pretty beaten up at this point, I suppose. And I don't want to give any mercy whatsoever. And I'm like, you take that. See if your bark can handle it. And then I start casting Ray of Sickness level 3,
Oh, okay.
which
Okay.
I will roll. Yes. Let me see if it needs. Let's see. Constitution save 15.
Well,
Okay.
Tree.
you know he's +5, so let's hope for a crappy roll.
Yeah.
So let's hope. Yes.
No, I got
Okay.
14 plus 5, 19.
Bummer!
Bang. Shebang, shabiddle.
Never mind. Well,
It's got a
in that
lot of
case, I will
con.
just. Yep.
Well,
Ooh,
Well, I will just.
now you know what to do to
Maddie.
give him disadvantage.
Yes. Who's the closest to me right now, from what I'm seeing on the map?
Seville's right next to you.
Okay. Well, I'll just move closer to. From what I'm seeing, there's branches and roots that I'll just hide behind.
Like
and
back here?
Look at Seville. I'm like, has it been this tough the whole time? Yes.
This
Right
thing
back
has
here.
been, yeah.
Huh.
He's been throwing these hammers down.
I feel like I should like step out and paint this thing like a bright color really fast so you can see it. Okay. Oh wait,
Do that
actually,
right now.
we use Bane on saving throws as well.
Yeah. Saving throws too.
Still saves. Still saves.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't think it would've
17.
been-
All right.
The only reason I didn't remind you is because mathematically it wouldn't have been possible.
Yeah. Still, we should do it so I don't forget. Okay, Dagmar, is that your turn?
Cool. Yeah.
Otto, you're up.
That will be
And-
it.
Yeah, it's
And-
time to finish this, baby. Y'all relax. I got it. I will.
Oh, can I cast one thing as a bonus spell? I'm
Sure.
so sorry. It just
No,
came to my mind.
I think only if it's a bonus action.
It is a bonus action.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So I'm going to cast Absorb Elements on Otto because he's coming up and I don't want the acid to hit him again. Or I don't know that, but I'm just going to presume that, just thinking.
Yeah, I think
Right, so
absorb
I'm going
elements
to
is a reaction. Though.
Yeah, that's a reaction, not a bonus
Yeah.
action. You could do Dragon's Breath as your only bonus action spell that you could do.
Then let's do Dragon's Breath and Otto. Yes. So I thought it's a bonus action. Yes.
And
So
so
I'll
now I,
view
as a
Otto
bonus
with Dragon's
action,
Breath.
can breathe fire on it. Is that right?
That's right.
Which is
That's right.
so dope.
What I will do is I will give her a wink, and I will, as my action, release a couple of Eldritch Blast beams from my fist, and as my bonus action, I will breathe fire on it.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there it
So,
is.
let me
night.
roll for the Dragon's Breath. What do I do?
Hope this thing burns.
So,
It makes a dex save or something?
Let me see.
it's Dex save 15.
Okay,
his
so
mother
yeah.
down.
It makes a dex save from
Yes.
that, and then I'll roll for my blasts.
Okay.
Yes, taking 3d6 damage of the chosen type.
Let me roll Bane.
Failed save.
Nice.
That was a crit though, so yeah.
Oh, then yeah, he's gonna pass.
Yep.
Is it half as much damage on a fail?
Yep. Half on a successful.
Failed save, half as much damage, yes.
Okay, so you'll only take 4 because it's 9 half rounding down. So you take 4 fire damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna blast him as well.
Okay.
The first blast is a 14 plus 8, 22.
Hits.
And the second blast is a 6 plus 8, 14.
14 misses.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do one more. D12 force.
As you go for that second blast, you see it's got a big stone in its hand, and the first one hits it, and then the second one it holds up the stone and it explodes against the stone.
Yeah. So I breathe fire on it, and I let my hands blast off, and the one that hits does 9 force damage.
9. Okay.
Boom.
Nice.
And
How's big boy looking?
I mean,
how's Twiggy?
it's still looking pretty substantial, but I mean, you're definitely breaking it
Chipping
down.
away.
Right. And it's already used its reaction, right? So I'm gonna just run away.
I
Yeah.
see what's happening here. Last
if you-
week we were too good, so then now this week
Yeah.
this tree is.
He's like, it only gets 5 actions, guys. Come on,
Only
it's fine. So I'm
It
just
attacks
gonna
until you
run under
die.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna run under its tree trunk legs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. If you look behind it, there's like a bunch of cover behind that mass. I'm just gonna go
Like
take
over
cover
here?
behind. No.
Oh.
Like diagonally behind it. If you go up.
Oh,
yeah,
this way?
Behind all that stuff.
Where
So, like,
Tabby
it's-
is hiding. So let's
So
see.
I can't, actually no. So maybe I'm not being clear. If you go like as it appears on the Twitch stream, like up or north, there's like a big mass.
Yeah.
See that like big mass of
Yes,
rocks
I do.
like behind it. So that between the mass and
Oh,
the tree.
okay. Yeah.
Know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
I got you. I don't know how I'd describe it.
Yeah, between
Yeah.
the
It's
mass
right
and the
by
tree.
Snack. I think he wants
Yeah,
to
like
go
right
by
over here?
Snack,
No, it's
right?
like-
No?
It's like basically kind of, but you notice how if you were to go like at like 4 o'clock of where your hand just was, there's that big mass.
Oh, this
that I
over
can
here.
hide
Oh, the
behind.
stalagmite. The stalagmite.
Like over there.
Yeah, AKA the big mass.
Okay,
yeah,
hold
right
on. Let's see
behind
if
it so
you
that it
can.
can't-
Let's see if you can get there.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could get here.
Even if I go right under its legs, and not the long way.
I mean, long way. I mean, going under its legs is actually the long way. That's a direct line to go in that direction. I know it's kind of hard to see.
Line.
Yeah. That's
I'm
like
just gonna
straight.
hide wherever looks like I can get far away from it and take some cover, wherever that is.
I'd say then just kind of step here. You're gonna be. Just say you're there. You've got like half cover from the stalagmite in the middle.
That'll do.
Okay.
That'll do. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, great. Erisette, you are up.
Okay. I cast Planar Warrior as my bonus action prior to going into combat with this thing.
Okay.
So that means that I choose a creature within 30 feet of me. Obviously, it's this evil
hulking
ant.
thing, yeah.
And next time I hit it, all damage dealt by the attack becomes force damage, and
Okay.
it takes an extra 1d8 force damage.
Awesome.
Okay.
So, so I do that, and then I just go at it with my longbow, which is my most powerful. So, here we go.
Nail it.
Get it, get it, get it.
Is my inspiration still running? No, I used
No,
it.
used it. That's not a good sign.
Not what I wanted to hear.
So that's an 11.
Wait, what are you using? Did you use your bow? Because you can't. You'd have to roll a disadvantage if you're using a ranged weapon standing right next to it.
Why? I'm not right next to it anymore, am I?
Yeah, you're like foot to foot with it.
Oh shit. Well, I then.
I'm sorry.
You want to get away from it first or
Again,
something?
it's right here, and you are right at its feet.
Okay, I got turned around. Well, what are you gonna let me do? Are you gonna let me like redo this with a dagger or keep my?
Yeah. No, you can. I'll say you use your rapier, and you. Erisette would use her rapier here, not her bow.
Fine.
I mean, it is moon touched, so.
I used my moon touch rapier, but because I had a shitty roll, I get a 9, which is clearly not enough.
No, it's just
But-
you're so close to it, and you swing it, but you just don't have enough room really to get enough weight, and it just kind of ricochets right off this tough bark armor.
If I climb up it and I come from above, will I have advantage?
No, but it would be cool. But
I do. Oh no, I don't want to waste my speed. I try again.
Wait, just
You-
Erisette, you could slide around the back of it and flank with me.
no, you're in combat.
Am I next? No, sorry.
I just try again.
You're
Okay, this
5
time
feet
I
off
get
of
a
it though.
20.
I
Oh,
get a 20 this time.
Natural or
Okay.
no?
No, but 20.
Okay, 20 hits.
Yeah.
nice.
Okay. So now let's get to the damage here. Okay, I got 8 damage plus my Planar Warrior extra 1d8 damage. So let's see where that goes, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Disappointing. So I got 11 damage.
That'll do.
All right. That's
That'll
good.
do. That's a
Not too
solid hit.
shabby.
All right.
But then I jump across the water with the rest of my movement so that next time I can get it with my bow.
Okay. Towards Tabitha over here. So you just run across. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You have 5 more. Do you want to go just full movement?
Yeah, show me, because
You're across the water over here.
can I get higher ground anywhere? Is there
You're-
anything I can jump on? So I'm
There's a nice rock outcropping that's over here that you can't see at all.
I jump on top of that.
You're out
So
of
next
speed.
time-
Yeah, next time you can get there. You can't right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Somebody
And
kill this thing!
now Rana is going to pick up her son again, and 5, 10, 15, 20. She just gets in here, gets her son out of harm's way, behind cover. Okay, that's going to be her turn. All right, Tabitha, you're up, and then Seville. And yes, I know we're running over, so a little bit longer. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, we might have to continue next time.
Okay. Tabitha is going to, from her sneaky spot, she is going to use her, I'm trying to find it. She's going to use her crossbow, her light crossbow,
Okay.
which has 80 movement.
Yep, you'd hit it, no problem.
Yeah, she's aiming for a wider area this time. She's going for somewhere on the trunk.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. 16.
16 hits.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yay.
Nice job.
And then 1d8 plus 3. Okay, so that's an 8.
Sweet.
Okay, nice.
8 damage.
And I wonder, is your
Can I get sneak attack
apply?
because I have Araset, an ally who's close by?
I don't think there's anyone flanking. I don't think there's anyone in melee with it.
No,
right?
because Seville is
Gotcha.
5 feet off of. Well, I've moved it, but Seville is not in melee with it.
Okay, well,
So-
worth a shot.
But it's starting. You're seeing like bits of bark fall off of it, and you're seeing more of that sickly green sap running out of it.
Okay.
It's definitely looking more beat up than it has. So, is that it for your turn? Do you want to do anything with Snack?
So, yes, with the rest of her action, she is going to scamper to another, kind of further away, a stalactite kind of little area to hide, just so that if there's going to be a reaction that goes back to where it was just hit, it's not going to go to her.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
She has her full movement left.
Yeah, I think you could get. I can't quite reach it. Let's see. I'm gonna say you can get over here. Then you would duck down behind. Oh, you're just off camera. Zip.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Over
the
there.
direction I was thinking. No,
And you
perfect.
can hide down behind that little stalagmite. Okay, great. And then for
Great. And
for
then
Snack.
for snack, I can't remember what we ended up with after we redid the. Is Snack dead or dying?
No,
Really low?
definitely hurt. Definitely hurt. 11 hit points, I think, off damage that last stomp.
Okay, so Snack is just going to use some strength to get up and scoot back. I know
Okay.
that Dagmara tried to drag her, but she's just going to.
No, Snack can move on her own, so she's got her full movement. She's just really wounded.
Yeah, she's just trying to get. I want her to get as out of
Yeah.
this
Just like-
range
yeah.
as possible.
Lick her wounds.
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Let's say goes over here
Yeah. Yeah.
and hides up there behind that stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, poor baby.
Okay. And that is
And
Tabitha's turn.
I whisper to it as it slinks past the area behind me. I'm like, I'll help you. Don't worry.
Okay. Seville, you're up.
All right. Come on, Twiggy. One more time. Go down, Mind Hammer.
Okay.
It's a mind hammer.
Oh, wait.
Mind Hammer.
No, it's I rolled a 19 natural plus 5, then minus 4 for Bane, which I'm
So
remembering.
21 or something.
Yeah. So sorry, dude.
Dang, no problem. All right, I'm stepping up and cracking it with my rapier.
Okay. Go ahead.
That is a 17.
17 hits.
Yeah.
This is where Seville wants to be, one-on-one.
Let's do it. 6 plus 5, so that's 11.
Well,
Although-
one-on-one with a treant. I mean, come on.
Dagmar is over your shoulder, but she's not in melee with the creature. So can
Right,
somebody
right.
be within melee of you or near you? Like I can't remember
No,
the
they-
rules for
They
Swashbuckler.
have to be in
Just-
the. I'll look it real quick.
But I think they can't be near you, right? And no allies near you?
Now it says you don't need advantage on the attack roll to use your sneak attack against a creature if you are within 5 feet of it. No other creatures are within 5 feet of you. Is she within me? Is she next to me?
Yeah, she's right next to you.
All right, then I'm taking my movement and going around the back of this sucker.
Okay. That's fair.
Or just stepping. I'm stepping, so she's.
You just have to step like one bit away.
Yeah, I'm stepping one bit there.
Okay, good.
All right, so that's
So-
11 on the rapier attack.
Got that.
And then booming blade. And that's an extra 6, so that's 17.
Okay.
I think it's.
Here-
I think
here
it's,
comes the sneak
I don't know
attack.
if it's going to survive this.
Sneak attack, so 17 plus another 16.
16, geez. It's still standing,
that's
but it's
33.
that was a big hit.
Keep in mind,
Wow.
this entire conflict was optional, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Uh-huh.
We should see if we
And
can.
I'm pretty
Shallow
sure.
heart.
I'm pretty sure his son's dead anyway. We were too late.
What are you doing?
All right,
not
so
right.
I'm
Now we're
backing
just
out. I'm going to step
gathering
across the lake and
wood
use the
for
rest of my
burning.
movement to get with Erisette over there.
Okay. Okay. Now it's
Who's gathering firewood?
its turn. Let's see if breath weapon does not recharge. So first, that's up to you, Dagmara, and you just see this thing. You've heard of trees, but moving and maybe moving slowly. This thing is quick. It just steps up and with a big bow, just slams down on you. That is a crit.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, man.
So just my estimation, you've gotten like 90 crits tonight.
No, I think that's only the second crit, and one of them got negated. Oh wait, it doesn't count because of Bane, right?
Oh, Bane.
With Bane.
Oh,
So-
yes.
So it's minus 3.
Yes.
So
The day with Bane.
You've been banged.
so that's yeah, it's only 27 to hit, but it's not a crit.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So 3d6.
If that was a crit, that would have been dead.
Yeah.
You know, when you tally up all the lives I've saved, those couple of just dinky people I murdered, it doesn't really matter as much.
Especially when one of those is my life.
14 points of bludgeoning damage.
To me.
Yep.
Okay.
And you're still up, so it's
Alright.
gonna take a
Yeah.
foot, and it has 3 attacks.
Oh god!
What is going on?
This is ruthless.
That
and I'm
is
Really?
17 to hit.
Uh-huh.
What's your
Is your
AC?
AC 17? Or higher, or hopefully...
Is it higher than that?
I have 6 left.
No, your AC.
No, what's
Oh,
your
AC. I'm sorry. AC is
Armor
16. Yes.
Oh shit.
Ah.
So it's 17 to hit.
Yep, that's 12 points of damage as the foot just comes down on top of you, Dagmara. And you're down.
Okay. That's just him. That was his turn, yeah?
He's not done yet. He's got one
He's got
last
like
one.
8 more things
He's
he can
not
do.
done yet.
No, he's got like a lot more stuff he can do.
Seville made him mad, so now he's coming after him. Because the first thing in front of him.
Christ.
And that was with Bane, by the way. All right, and its last attack on you, Otto. I swear to God, I'm not touching. If I could show you the camera. Oh wait, I know I can do. I'm not touching.
I mean,
Stream Deck
bro,
out.
We got you.
I trust you, brother.
I
You
know, but
I-
it's like it's
but
enough.
I'm assuming the Bane is active still, right?
It is, but I just have to show like I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
it's a-
does my cover improves my AC as well, right?
No, it moved around. You're not in cover now. It just came right up to you.
Okay.
But it's not a crit. It definitely hits though.
Okay.
So God,
Thank gosh for Bane. Holy cow.
3, 6.
Yeah, we're all dead.
That's 11 points of damage as another foot comes down.
Okay, I am gonna
on
use
you.
my reaction, Judd.
Okay.
And at second level, I am going to cast Hellish Rebuke because I've had just about enough of you, sir. Okay, so it says here 1 reaction you take in response to being damaged by a creature, and when it hits me, flames start to kind of erupt around my eyes and my body, and I say, "I had thought you might be foolish enough to do that," and it just like blasts fire back into it,
Nice.
which I saw it wasn't a huge fan of earlier.
No, it's not a huge fan of fire.
So it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex
That's
save.
gonna go well.
Doesn't have great dex. And
See?
Still
You
has
gotta
Bane
play
on
with
this, right?
weaknesses, baby. Yep.
actually roll concentration first.
Yes. Oh yeah, 15.
Okay.
Zippity-doo.
So that's an 18 minus 1, 17 minus 2, 15.
You fail, meaning
Okay.
you will take 3d10 fire damage.
Come on, good night, good night.
Yeah, get him down.
16 fire damage.
16. Damn.
And I
Okay.
think I'm up next if it's still surviving. That was just my reaction.
It's still surviving. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep, and I will, seeing that it's now inflamed and still up, I will...
Oh, sorry, hold on. It does have a bonus action. Do a dex save
What
as
are
you see.
talking about?
Do a dex save as you see that vine shoot out again at you.
Goodness gracious. All right, 15 plus 6, 21.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, go ahead.
All right, yes. I attack it with a pair of eldritch blasts to follow the flame, enwreathing it from my dragon's breath and my prior spell. 10 plus 8, 18 to hit on the first one.
That hits.
And the second one is natural 19 plus 8, 27.
Also hits.
2d12 force damage. And I say, had enough. And I will get 9 plus 7, 16 force damage.
16. This thing is looking like it's on its last legs.
Yes. And I will then, let's see, I will use
Oh yeah.
my bonus action
Yeah.
to cast a healing word. Is Dagmara down?
She's down.
I mean, I'm
She's
at
on-
11.
Oh, I
I'm
thought.
I'm at 11 hit points.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Good.
Oh, I
good.
thought you were down. I thought you said you had 6
No.
left.
Well, that was after I subtracted for some reason 17 when you said it was just 17. That was my AC. It was my armor class.
Oh,
Then
okay.
it was I actually subtracted 12.
Oh,
not 17.
oh,
So that
okay.
left me at 11 instead of 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Next time, let me know because it wouldn't have moved away. It was going to stay on you until you were
Oh.
down.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Oh,
But-
too bad. Oh well, I guess
And-
it's just gonna be equal for forgetting Bane for the first half of this entire battle. So oh well.
Fair play. So I will.
Get him together, Erised.
I will use a bonus action to cast a second level healing word on myself.
Okay.
All right. All right.
All right.
All right. So
Oh.
I will get 5 plus 5, 10 health back. And I will run away from it all the way as far as I can get again.
Okay. And let's see. It used its reaction before last turn, right? So
Yeah.
it will have a
Hey,
reaction.
God, this is retro because I didn't get it in. If you don't want it, it's okay. But he moved after the booming blade, so it takes thunder damage.
Yeah. Roll it and let me know.
6 points of thunder damage.
Okay. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
And Otto, as you try to sprint away, it's going to try to attack you.
Don't forget Bane.
I won't. Let me finish this math here. Hold on.
And I don't think I want to go quite over there so much.
Oh, where do you want to go? Across the water towards Tabitha over here, or towards this rocky outcropping at the bottom?
I'll go across the river. Like, basically, I want to be north on the map of where the party is, but far enough away that it's sort of like we're not all clumped together.
Okay, we could do that. So let's see.
So however far I can get in that direction.
20, 25, 30. You can get to there. You can even kind of get a little bit of cover behind us. Stalagmite right there.
A little bit of cover never hurts.
Okay. All right, we're gonna we're gonna roll this for auto, and then I think because we are going so late, we're gonna call it. But
Sounds good.
See if it
Let's
gets
see
you.
if I can dodge this baby.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
17.
Did you do Bane?
No, I didn't. It's in my hand, and I forgot. That's -3, so I don't think it hits you.
Yes, I will avoid it.
So you just see this foot come, and you just like duck and roll out of the way, and run. And all right, well this fight's taken a while, so we're gonna. It's quite late. We're about almost 40 minutes over, so we'll leave it here as you are in this terrible fight with this evil tree down in this cavern. We'll see what happens next time.
Nice.
But
Thanks for watching, everybody.
To get back and get this tree fully dead.
yeah,
this
and I will paint it a different color for next time, so you'll actually be able to see it, which will be great. But thank you everybody for all of the subs and the cheers and the followers. We appreciate the love so much. Makes us happy, keeps us doing what we're doing. Don't forget to check out our new Patreon if you want to do that. Check out our merch. Follow us. Come join the community on Discord. Hang out and talk all the things from D&D to, gosh, everything. From gardens, your pets, selfies, working out, whatever. Go in there. Join the community. We'd love to have you.
And tune into our show on
Wednesday, Numenera, 8 p.m. Pacific on this channel. Chad will be GMing, and Maddie and Gabby and I will be playing. So thanks for letting us make your Monday a hell of a lot better, everyone. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
Until next time.
Bye,
See you
guys.
Wednesday, hopefully.
Yes,
We'll
goodbye,
see ya.
Wednesday.